How beautiful is that?
Gorgeous.
So that's a Seiko complication, which means there's Swiss movement, and then there's Japanese movement. There's quartz, there's automatic, there's kinetic, there's solar. So that's an automatic Seiko Japanese movement, which is a bulletproof movement. It's just not as fancy as the Rolex or the Swiss or the Panerai. Yeah. But if you look at this watch, it looks like a $15,000 watch.
It looks fancy as hell.
Right? It looks like a fucking Rolex. It feels like a Rolex. It's got the same fucking time. It's got the Rolex Milgauss Lightning Bolt second hand.
How much is it?
$726.
Get the fuck out.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Damn.
So this Instagram guy popped up on my feed, and I was like, that's the most beautiful watch I've ever seen. And it was called the Galaxy, and it was purple and black, and I was like, I've never seen it like that.
Did you have it customized?
So I messaged him, and it was funny because he was kind of a prick. But I messaged him, and I was like, I want this watch. And he must have looked at my profile. He's like, well, how big are you? And I'm like, well, I'm giant. He goes, that watch will look like a lady date just on your fucking wrist. He's like, how about this? And so long story short, he totally walked me through the entire customization process.
Yeah.
He made it feel like I was picking shit out, when in reality, this is how good he was. He was picking it out for me. In 4 weeks, $726, I have one of the coolest fucking watches I've ever seen. That thing is bad fucking ass, is it not?
Really like that.
super cool.
And if you were to get this same shape, size, skeleton, everything in a Rolex, you're looking at $20,000 to $26,000.
Right.
For sure.
And this is the same fucking thing. And I had somebody message me on Instagram, one of my buddies, because I commissioned this. What do you think? I think it's a fake Rolex. So that was the first topic I wanted to talk about today was, what does that matter to you guys? I was very offended by that.
Well, what was the... I feel like there's this thing too where people just want to they want to gatekeep their own stuff that they've put so much money into. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like if they admit that something that you paid less than $1,000 for is dope, that immediately illegitimizes.
Wait.
How would you say?
Illegitimizes?
Yeah. Is that right?
Yes, I think
No,
that's the word.
illegitimize.
It doesn't sound right, does it?
I don't fucking
No,
believe
that's
you.
the one. Who had the better SAT score?
Oh,
I
shit.
Remember?
Oh,
that was
you
on
never-
the
ACT.
ACT.
No, I thought we were talking about the SAT.
I don't remember what the fuck we were talking about.
Fuck you.
But
probably right.
it makes them feel it makes them feel shitty about how much fucking money they spend.
Great
Because if
point.
they
Exactly.
think, if
I
they
wanted
think
to talk
somebody
about
can
it with
get
this group specifically.
Dude, yeah. Because we see that and we're like, yo.
It's beautiful, right?
It's gorgeous.
And
Yeah.
I honestly, guys, I we're in a safe space. I had some shame over it with some of my richer friends.
No, dude,
because
Nah, dude.
I have the $15,000
Sure,
Panerai. I've got the fucking $6,000 Grand Seiko complication. I've got really expensive watches, but I just wanted this one, and I felt shame.
Dude, fuck
over
anybody.
it.
No.
This is what I felt shame. I'm going to show
no.
everybody. I'm going to show the world now.
Yeah.
There's nothing on the back.
Yeah.
Which means it's a custom piece, which means it's not Rolex, it's not fucking anything.
Yeah.
And I felt shame over owning this, and I'm trying to get over that.
Yeah, fuck people
that's
dude,
like-
literally, what were you going to say?
Well, I was gonna say that's like we were talking the other day about I was talking about getting a new car sometime soon, and I was like, oh well, should I get that base model Porsche? What was it, Macan or something,
yeah. Oh, those are
or should I
beautiful.
get an actually more tricked out type of maybe not tricked out, but a little bit more stacked up option wise,
Something more optioned
something
out.
like Hyundai or whatever, and then I don't know, it's I guess this is only partly tangentially related, but if I got the Porsche,
No, I know where you're going with this.
yeah, well, it's a similar thing. It's just it's the name thing, whatever. But yeah, somebody would be like, oh, okay, well, you got the RAV4 or something,
100%.
and then they're like, fuck you for for getting the RAV4,
Yep.
even though it was probably a better option.
I've been trying to destroy my ego for a long time, which has created more ego, as a whole thing we can get into later. But now I think I can save all my friends, which is the thing I'm going through.
that's good.
Which is
Hey. This is a
but
good
that's
way to
also
go
a
through.
giant ego thing, right? I was now I'm enlightened.
Yeah,
It's now you're a
I'm
dickhead.
I'm
Right,
enlightened. Let me
save you.
be your
I'm gonna fix
savior.
you now.
So wait, so this walks straight into. So then, have you experienced ego death?
Yes.
Wait, hold on.
we
Wait
gotta-
a second.
hold on.
We can't get that, guys. We have to open this shit up first. You chill the fuck out. We will get there. Wait a minute.
Okay, all right, okay.
So
Because first of all, hey everyone! Oh my God, we have not done one of these. It's been way too long.
been
It
like
was
a month.
just
It's
not
been
by
so
our own
long that
choice.
I'm wearing fake Rolexes.
Yeah, you're right. But I
Vinny's
tell you
changed.
what, you know what you do have.
right.
You know what you do have are the roof glasses, which are
Again, though,
sick.
there's shame in this. That I'm wearing the roof
Without owning a roof?
Without owning a fucking roof. Oh
my God.
And
Fuck
one
everybody.
of my
You're
richest
a fan.
Charles, just
You're
start
a
the show.
fan.
Come on.
one of my richest friends put that to bed for me. Though he goes, I owned a Breitling Bentley watch before I owned a Bentley, and now I own 3 of them. And I was like, oh,
There you go.
There it is.
Now you
There
got
we
to
go.
buy 3 roofs.
now I gotta go
It's just
spend
the
$2 million on
That's
cars.
right. Okay.
Gateway glasses.
Welcome everybody. Welcome to the On Time Show.
That's
Oh my
give me
God.
some oh, that was weird.
I'll take it.
God damn it.
I'll take it.
You got to meme that one for fucking TikTok.
Yeah, right.
all
Welcome to the
here
On
for it.
Time Show. We are back. It's been a while. Everybody was kind of just out and about. I mean, everybody was gone for a couple weeks,
And then I
it
was
just-
recognized
and
last
then
week.
Vinny got woo!
Yeah.
Vinny got recognized.
For
We got to
real?
talk about this.
Really?
Yes.
For what?
Vinny
No
got
shit.
This young
Tell the
lady-
story.
So whenever I get recognized in Broomfield, it's because my fat ass is on bus stops for real estate, and people draw dicks in my mouth, and it's hilarious. Like I'll get calls like,
You should
Mr.
take-
Pallone, there's a...
You should take pictures and put them on your Instagram.
That's a good
Be
idea.
like, this is a new
Ooh,
dick.
yeah.
Well, I try to hustle over there, but the company that we pay to do that,
Yeah.
they're like, we're so sorry, we'll have it off in the morning. And I'm like,
right.
leave it. It's hilarious.
You should
Yeah,
post it and just be like, oh, not
it's
big
like,
enough.
if Mr. Pallone drew
They're
by
like,
your
okay.
son, there's a big penis in your mom and yours mouths. And I'm like, is it the same penis
Is
going
it
to both
double-ended?
mouths?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So no, that's how I always get recognized.
Yeah.
Or, total has-been high school bullshit. So born and raised there,
Yeah.
a little success here and there, whatever. So I thought it was really douchey of me to say that. Again, my ego's not dead. Totally.
We'll get there.
So
Yeah.
I'm in the grocery store shopping for chicken wings. And this young lady who's commented on my car before, when she's picking up carts, and I always try
You've
to...
seen this girl before.
Yep, I
Yeah.
always try to engage people that serve us. That is my public statement of the day: is engage people that serve us.
Sure, yeah.
I'm always nice to people that serve us.
Of course, yeah.
So she's like, "Hey, I love your car." I was, "Oh man, thank you so much. You want to see inside?" Yeah. So like a week later, she was like, "Okay, I have to say," and it's like midnight. Are you on a podcast? And I was like, "You mean it's not the bus stop with dicks in my mouth?" And she was a young girl, and she was like, I swear you're the guy from the podcast, and some of us here at the store listen to it, but they don't think it's really you.
Really?
What?
And I was like, why? Like, who the fuck else looks like me? And she was like, so it is you? And I was like, yep. And she's like, yes, I fucking knew it. She was like, well, we think Odd Time's great. And then, of course, I levitated off the floor. And I was like, I will heal all of you. And I floated to the macaroni and cheese. And I said, Kraft Deluxe.
Right.
Oh my God.
Wow, that's great.
amazing.
That's
It was
amazing.
amazing,
dude.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Well, shout out
Yeah.
if you're listening. Thank you.
It
Shout
was
out to that
super
lady.
cool.
You
Yeah.
made Vinny's day. You made Vinny levitate to the mac and cheese.
It was super cool because people are listening to us.
Yeah.
And that,
Yeah.
Not
that
a
is
lot,
lost
but
on
we'll
me.
get there.
That's
we'll
lost
get
on
there.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, wait.
That is super weird. And I have to say, well, first of all, it's kind of fun, right? Like,
It was cool.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
So I don't get recognized like very often at all. It
Yeah, that's
doesn't.
not
It
true.
doesn't
He's
happen.
fucking lying.
No.
I've been with you downtown like twice.
Nah.
Both times
Yeah,
recognized.
yeah,
my
no.
mouth
But
went,
it's pretty like honestly, it is pretty rare that it happens. And like, but. And I would never want to be like somebody who can't go anywhere. You know what I mean? That I think would suck.
That would suck.
Well, okay, you're
think.
talking about something different. You're talking about the lifestyle
Access,
that
yep.
access. That would be
Sure.
cool. But the just sheerly not being able to walk down the street, I
Yeah.
don't know that
I
would
could
be
see
great.
that. Yep.
You know, but
my wife would know.
sure, yeah. But like the amount that it does happen, it's fun. I mean,
It is
yeah,
cool.
it's fun. It's
It didn't.
cool, and
it
it's
didn't inflate my head.
Right, right.
I was
Exactly.
genuinely like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
wow, that's super
I'm
cool.
always
Somebody gives a
surprised.
shit what we have to say.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
always when somebody comes up to me and I'm just like, oh shit, really?
We
Like,
talked about it on like I think the very first episode. My kids' smoke show substitute piano teacher was like,
right.
"Oh my god, Charm." Yeah. It was amazing. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to tell Lee that.
Oh God.
That's amazing. Hey, we haven't addressed these shirts that we're wearing yet.
They're amazing.
right.
You guys look fucking great.
So
The story is
yeah, well, we don't have the story just yet, but
Yeah.
so Vinny, well, we have a little bit of the story. Vinny fought MMA for a little while, and the what do
was
you
a
call
little
this?
while.
It's just your nickname, I guess.
Yeah,
It's-
Skinny
it was
Vinny,
just
yeah.
Skinny.
Yeah, it's on his
that's the
license
greatest
plate.
shit. His license plate says Skinny. It's the greatest thing ever.
It's funny when I'm driving. It's not funny when my wife is
You were
driving.
saying
Yeah,
that,
I
yeah.
remember that. I remember this. I remember
Everybody's
this.
like,
But-
It's funny.
He had shirts made with his tattoo on the arm.
So
Yes.
so I was a better wrestler than a football player. I should have wrestled in college. I had way bigger offers to wrestle, but I didn't want to go wrestle. So I played football. After football, the real estate market crashed. I really haven't told this story, have I?
Is this
No, I don't know the
2008
story.
then?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
2007-8 is when I
Okay,
graduated
yeah,
college. So the market completely crashed.
Yeah.
So my brother and my mom owned our real estate company at the time, and they literally looked at me and were like, "It couldn't be a worse time to join. If you join now, you'll get out of it and never come back." And so then I was looking at a criminal justice degree that I couldn't use unless I go into FBI or, and I was like, oh, fuck that shit.
Yeah, wow.
Because I learned through my studies, literally all that shit is busting people. I don't want to bust people. I would be that crooked ass cop letting motherfuckers go. Not like on the take. I'd be like, keep your money. Just get the fuck out of here before somebody else sees you.
Yeah, right.
So I joined this gym, Grudge Training Center, and it was the fucking heyday. And I'm sure some listeners will know these names. Shane Carwin, Brendan Schaub, Clay Guida, John Jones is a young guy. We're talking Nate Marquardt. We're talking Hall of Fame UFC guys rolling through this gym.
Yeah.
And I just happened to just need something to do. So I joined, became a boxer, became a wrestler, started fighting. I had 7 fights in 13 months, which is fucking wild, by the way.
Yeah.
I went 5-2. The 2 losses weren't bad. Like, I never got fucking destroyed. One of them I lost because I took a fight with a broken nose. It's a whole other story. Anyway, the shirts you're fucking wearing.
Yep.
Mandy walked into the gym. I had been walking around at 350 like I am now. Well, the cutoff is 265 in mixed martial arts.
I remember this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so did I tell the story?
I think so.
Maybe.
I think I did.
I think so.
You and Tom talked about like dropping weight.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
anyway, so the reason the shirts are interesting is because if you look on your sleeves,
Oh yeah.
that is my fucking tattoo that I have.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
that's
Yeah.
great.
So that tattoo was supposed to be the USDA beef, it's what's for dinner check mark.
Are you kidding?
Not a V for
Not a
Vinny.
V. Really?
What?
Wow.
Yes, dude.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes. So
Are
if you
you
look at it
Hold
now,
on.
you can fucking
can
kind
we
of see
pull
it.
up the USDA check mark? I want to
pull it
see
up.
like, does it have the like? Because this is like the.
This was stylized after, so that's a whole thing. So pull up the check mark if
so
you
you
can.
had it worked on twice.
No, so
Oh.
so I was 17 going into college, and this guy was like, "Hey, I bought a tattoo gun."
Hey, buddy.
Oh my god!
Yeah, dude, that's
Oh my god!
Yeah.
That's great.
Dude, that's
so
crazy.
So I go in this guy's basement. He
I
works
like
on me.
how a tattoo came up. Even if
That
you
is
just-
fucking
that is
funny.
hilarious.
Yeah.
But
So
wow.
on his stomach, that's awful.
Yeah.
Terrible,
Jesus
terrible
Christ.
tattoo.
That's a
placement.
bad decision right
But-
there.
Woof.
That's what
Yeah.
that is.
Mine too.
So
Yeah. But anyways,
So
Yeah.
he does it, and because it was a basement tat, the ink doesn't stick. I've never even heard of this, right?
yeah.
The ink doesn't stick. So it's like a vague outline of the beef check mark. It's so bad. So I live with that for like 2 years, and then I go back to an actual guy
yeah.
who was so high on cocaine and fucking booze when he did my tattoo. And he's like, can I just like do what I want? And I let him do all this. And it turned out okay.
Yeah.
But that's why that looks like the beef check mark, because that's what it was
Wow.
stylized
That's
after.
That's
amazing.
funny because I never would have made that connection.
No, I wouldn't.
So wait,
I'd
the
not.
original idea was it like it's just a joke? Be like, USDA approved.
Yep. I was literally that young and stupid
Wow.
that I was like,
Damn.
let's do the USDA fucking beef check
Dude,
mark.
that is a very
Wow.
teenage sort of like
Oh, yeah.
personality. Like not
Yeah.
not to throw you under the
And now
bus,
one of my
but it's-
clients, her mother is the CFO of USDA in Colorado, and they give me beef checkmark gear all the time. I got it in my fucking trunk, could go get it right now.
That's
for them.
amazing.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh my god.
fucking hilarious.
So
Damn.
that's the origins of the
Yeah.
V
Yeah.
slash
it could have been
USDA
worse.
checkmark tattoo.
It
It could have been much
worse.
worse.
Much worse.
Yeah, it could be
Yeah,
much
I've
worse.
Yeah,
seen
no,
some.
it's pretty great.
There are some pretty scary decisions out there, tattoo wise.
Scary decisions.
Yes.
Jake's is not one of
Indeed.
them though. That is
Fuck.
Yeah.
We'll have to show people.
yeah.
your
We'll have to
tattoo at
find a
some
way to
point.
like do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
OnlyFans?
wild.
Yeah,
yeah.
Jake's only
Yeah.
Foot
Yep,
Finder.
yep.
I
Foot
said
Finder.
I said we should all start Foot Finder accounts.
What's that?
It's you sell feet pics.
Oh, that's a thing?
It's a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's a real thing. And
That's the thing.
I've got surgery on both feet.
I
so
thought you were
mine
about to say, yeah, and I bought some and they were great.
No, nope.
Start
I
to,
asked Mandy for a foot job once. It was awful. Yeah, we went and got pedicures.
right.
yeah, start scrubbing off the corns on your feet now,
yeah.
boys. Let's go.
Onions.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Need
Yeah.
some pumice stone before you try that
Oh
shit.
I
god.
was just like, let's try it. She's like, try what? And the whole time I was like, this is stupid.
You're like,
This
I
is
can't dig
fucking
into this.
dumb.
Yeah.
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 Not a foot guy.
Any other crevice? Please no. Yeah.
Elbow. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go.
Hey, is your wife
Literally.
back yet? What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Talk about that.
News.
Oh yeah.
Dylan.
let's go.
She's coming.
She's
She's
Well,
coming.
I would hope so. You guys go on
Christ.
sex trips
All
all
right,
the
that was
time.
good bonk
Bonk
trips. Yeah, we did. But
you went
Bonk
for
trips,
2 weeks.
yeah.
bonk-
So
bonk
Dylan
trips.
Dylan went for 2 weeks to London to visit. Well,
beginning of September,
another
right?
bonk
Visit,
session,
yeah.
and then
To
and we
visit.
found out.
Yeah, we did. Literally, I was on the flight there, and I got the email that was like, "Oh, here's your interview date," and the interview's at the end of October. It's the end of this month, as we're recording right now. And then she's already booked her ticket to come November 15th.
Let's fucking
Hopefully she
go.
doesn't fuck
Fucking,
that
yeah.
up. She walks in the interview in a
Gives the wrong
skinny
answer.
shirt, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
We're not letting her in. Jeez.
Like that guy's already married. Sorry, dude.
That's
yeah,
exciting.
I'm so fucking excited.
Dude,
it's amazing.
I feel like, honestly, because we know each other, but we're not close yet. I feel like you've been making her up. And this is just for content. And this is all
Everyone
just
thinks
been
that.
for fucking
Well, no,
on-time
so-
content.
yeah, like a- yeah,
and
but-
at the very end,
Yeah.
you guys will be like, "It was like penis, you asshole."
But for real though, like what's fascinating about that is like we talk about not exactly that, but we talk about
Yeah.
that all the time where it's like it's so weird for us because
Yeah.
I feel like I know her a little bit at
little bit.
least, and like because
We did a video
we've
chat.
all chatted, and I've chatted with her a little bit, and like
Yeah,
we
yeah,
hear
yeah.
everything through you, and it's
Hell
just
yes.
like it's
But-
this weird thing where it's like, oh right, like I've never met her.
Yeah,
it's
like-
so
What if
strange.
she doesn't like us? That's gonna be the best. I'm
gonna be a little worried.
She comes in and you're like telling her like, "Oh my god, these guys can't wait to meet you," and she's like, "Yeah, not for me. Not a fan.
She just
don't like
moves
going
here.
The heavy guy's a little much."
right.
She's just like, oh,
Ooh, and why are you wearing
Yeah.
a shirt? That's fucking weird.
Oh.
You guys are kind of weird.
you're wearing uniforms.
Why is
for
one
a
of them asking us to
podcast?
go into a cold river? I don't get it. I don't understand.
Oh my god,
Jesus.
dude! What was so? Tell me
Legit.
about like what that. I mean, I can just only imagine the
Elation.
relief. Like when you got off the plane and like you guys
Yeah.
picked
Of coming,
up or
yeah, you
whatever.
guys didn't.
I mean,
like, you
good
saw
God, like,
each other and came.
all kinds
Like-
of coming. All kinds of coming.
All come.
but like that relief. I don't know what.
It
what-
was stupid. It's just because this whole process has been like a year and a half
Yeah.
in the making. So it's like
so weird.
for it to finally be like we have a tangible date. It's happening. I'm like, I'll see you in 6 weeks. Like
Wow.
that's fucking so.
yeah.
Do you
ridiculous.
think it's now? And not to make it a big. We're not doing this right now, guys. But do you think this is why people skip that shit and just fucking jump the border? Whatever.
I think that's a
illegal
different
immigration
thing.
is what
I
I'm
think it's a
asking.
different thing.
Do you think it's different, or do you think it's
Well-
like could she have lost her patience and been like, "I'm gonna come to Vancouver and drive to and I don't know if they're Seattle."
Drive to Buffalo.
I think
That'd be
that-
weird. That'd be a really that's what I would do. Why is it a 3-day drive to America?
I thought Vancouver was way closer to the border.
Oh shit. So short answer. I mean, well, yes and no, right? Because I mean, it's like. I mean, well, if you're like middle class and up, you're probably going to be more of a rule followy person who's not going to skirt around the back
Yeah.
door and all
Yeah.
that shit. Because you're like, oh, I just have to play by the rules, and so then you do. But like, yeah, right. It's a different situation than people who probably sneak in.
Yeah.
Because the desperation wasn't there.
Right,
desperation's- right,
exactly.
right,
like if
right.
you can afford to exist in your current state and just
He's
be
on
patient.
one today. He's on today.
Well,
You diagnosed my fake Rolex. You're talking about being okay where you're at in life, affording to be in the
We're
moment.
going.
you know what?
Right.
I'm just
He's
feeling.
on one
It's
today.
the glasses.
he's-
It's the glasses.
It's
not like
I,
must be the
I put
glasses.
mushrooms in his
Charles.
coffee.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Therapy Charles
Finally,
is on.
somebody
Put
did
the
it.
glasses on.
No, but that's good. That's definitely what
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is. Like if you can afford to just be comfortable
You're
and
right.
be patient, like
Why not?
you're gonna go by the rules. But
And
if
you guys
you're-
clearly
I was-
have a strong enough relationship where
Right.
like you made it work.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. Yeah.
Now it's going to be funny when you guys have to hang out together.
Yeah, I
And
know.
it's
we've been
not
saying
just
that.
fucking.
I'm just like,
It's talking.
Yeah.
right.
When you got to pay a water bill together. Can't wait to see how romantic that
He's
shit
using the
is.
bathroom,
We're not
yeah.
jacking off on FaceTime with each other.
Yeah, right.
The fucking car payment is due in 3 days.
I'm ruining my chances with his wife so bad. Like, I hate that man. I hate him. Fake Rolex wearing fat ass.
it's funny what you were saying about how she might feel about.
Sorry.
I'm like
You
mid-drink.
got a kick out of it. It's funny what you said about how she might feel about you guys coming here and all. It's funny. She actually knows you guys pretty well. 'Cause
Yeah.
She watched all the podcasts.
Oh, well,
And,
there you go.
and that's scary.
Is
right?
that weird?
That's scary.
Isn't that weird?
You don't know a damn thing about her.
No.
If she
Yeah.
still
All
accepts
about you.
us,
She
then
knows-
she's the weird
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
We need to have her on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
She's the weird one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 We'll do a one-on-one.
We should have her on if she,
You
if
have
she
to wear-
wanted to. That would be fun.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna
We should
lose
have her
the
on.
table, right? And they're knee to knee, and you're Barbara Walters in the middle, and be like, "So tell me, how was this experience been for you?"
Yes. What was going through your mind on Dave?
This is 60 minutes.
I'm excited for you, man.
Thanks, man.
That
Appreciate
firm
it.
date's the real deal.
Oh, I'm so stoked. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. So
Yeah. And
so.
you're gonna
yeah.
But let's
anyways,
be truthful here. You have been like a little James Bondy about this, which is super cool. Like traveling around to destinations to fuck your hot wife. That's pretty cool. Like we're meeting in Punta Cana in 2 weeks, darling. We shall rendezvous in London.
make sure you weren't followed.
Yes, I'll see you in Tokyo. That's pretty cool, man.
yeah. I mean, thanks for making me a lot cooler than I really am. I appreciate that, dude. Yeah. Not very glamorous, but
Now
yeah.
you need a
so
fake Rolex.
speaking.
Exactly.
Oh my God. Speaking of
Oh
my.
no, sorry, Omega.
Well, Omega.
Yeah.
James
Omega.
Bond.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
right.
Oh
Omega.
yeah.
He calls it an Omega.
Omega, yeah.
Which is fucking weird.
I like that
That's
too.
just the British pronunciation, right?
I guess.
I mean,
but
that's
it's
what they say,
fucking
I guess.
Weird. Omega?
Omega.
It's literally Omega.
That's
what I thought.
Because Omega,
No.
Omega.
Is that a burp and an arm?
Hey,
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something about that really quick?
Yeah.
That
The burp?
smelled fucking terrible.
Oh, that's good.
Dude,
that was rough.
well, you
Like,
know,
I'm
jealous.
over here and all of a
jealous
sudden
you
I'm
got
like,
to smell it.
He did that to me in my office the other day. He's standing
Burp or
right next
fart?
to me at my
Wait.
no,
Wait,
oh, no,
hold
it was
on.
Burp. It was burp.
wait, while we're on the
Then he
topic,
just left.
you have this hilarious habit.
Oh. Yeah, I think
You
it's
have this
considerate.
fucking hilarious habit where he burps, he goes burp, and then he immediately just goes and blows.
That's
He goes-
weird.
he goes,
I do.
That's fucking weird, dude.
No. I don't do it if I'm alone.
No.
I don't do it when I'm alone in my
That's
fucking
weird.
room.
Like no, we'll be in the
you-
car. We'll be in the car,
No.
and he'll be like, burp, and then he'll
Clear
go,
in the old pipe. I think
and I'm
I
like, what are you
I
doing?
don't just blow straight through the fucking burp. You burp it. Let me
I
explain.
think I haven't beat, guys. I think I haven't beat.
Well,
All right,
just
let's
say-
hear
I
it.
just
Let's
gotta
hear it.
say
Hold on,
first.
wait.
I
He's
just
got to
gotta say-
defend himself.
Yeah,
Give him
yeah,
a second.
yeah.
There's no
Fuck you.
defending that shit.
Yeah, so
Weirdo.
no, it's not. It's very considerate because like if you're right next to
Considerate of
somebody,
what?
you burp into your mouth and then you just blow it the other direction.
No. It's releasing because
Oh.
because smells don't work that.
Well, thankfully, your drink actually smells pretty good today. So it smells
Strawberry
good.
guava.
So
Anyway,
smells like if you shit your pants
And then go.
and then blow on it, it doesn't.
that's not even comparable.
It dissipates. It just.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna rip ass and go.
But like smells they just permeate. Like wind
You gotta
does.
eat
I mean,
them. You just eat
Yeah.
them all. We're all eating fucking shit.
Yeah.
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Life is eating shit.
now.
Well, anyways.
your burps have never been offensive enough where it like.
No, you've just never smelt it because I blew it away.
Whoa! Maybe he's got a point
no,
here.
dude, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Maybe he's got a fucking
You're
point.
moving it around the room, which
No, I
makes
get
the
that it's not
room,
100% effective. Fuck you guys. Jesus Christ.
Oh my
okay,
God.
so wait, what was your thing?
There we go.
While
Thank
he-
you, Charles.
While he's finishing that, will you tell me what roof is? I don't know what roof
Oh,
is.
roof.
Oh,
so
dude.
so there's
pull it up, brother. Can you pull that
there-
up, please?
Yeah, it's pretty sick. There's
RUF Porsche.
There's companies like Roof, Singer,
Tech Art.
Gunther Works,
Tech Art.
What they do is they take old Porsche 911s, usually like a 964, which is the generation prior.
Everybody
to,
knows what that is if you
Yeah.
saw it.
So they'll take like a 964 and they'll basically rebuild the car to have all modern insides. So
Oh,
suspension
okay, okay.
setup.
Yeah, you gotta Google the interior because that's where it's.
Yeah, suspension setup,
Yep.
brakes, and interior. They'll put different engines
So-
in them.
And not to cut you off, but this is good. This is what drew me to them. They call them analog machines. So they take all this technology, carbon fiber, 3D modeling, air tunnels, everything, but they leave the clusters analog, and they call them analog machines.
Yeah.
And then they sell them for 600 fucking grand.
Yeah, they're really fucking expensive. Like a singer, I think, is over $1 million.
Yep, and but here's the thing: if you like, when you see them in person, I've only seen one in person.
They're astounding.
Literally took my breath away.
They're astounding.
My wife could give a flying fuck about cars.
Yeah.
She saw it downtown and was like, "That's hot."
It's absurd, and it maintains the
Fuck yeah.
exterior of a 964.
That's so fucking cool.
They're special.
All right.
You got to appreciate them, but they're
And
special.
oftentimes they'll do what's
That
called.
one right there is my fucking with the houndstooth and the stitching.
That's pretty sick.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
gonna start
that's
jacking
super
off.
sick. So they'll do what's called a 964 backdate.
Yes.
And
See, he always knows more than me about cars. It's very annoying.
No.
I'm-
You know.
one
I
upper.
spent enough time with him. I know what you mean.
You know.
Yeah. No, they're unbelievable.
They
I mean,
are.
like they're incredible works of art.
Not to get sidetracked, but let's do a one-on-one real quick. What's your favorite Porsche modifier?
Define that.
Like Brabus just did the 820 Perfecto, whatever.
see.
Like, who's your favorite Porsche tuner / changer
You
man?
know, to be honest, I don't think I know enough about them to really be like, oh, that's the shit I would get.
Okay.
Like if I were to buy one, I wouldn't know where to start.
Is it
you know?
possible to hear the sound of that rough real quick? If you just like do like a YouTube rough, we can edit this out if this is a bad bit, but you guys got to hear this fucking thing purr.
Cool.
Yeah, they're incredible because I think they replace. Was it a 3.3?
Not 3.8?
in the 964. It might have been a 3.8.
I thought it was 3.8.
But they put them, and I'm not sure about. I'm sure every company's different, but they'll put like a 4.0 or in them.
Yes.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like basically you get
It's a brand new car, top to bottom.
basically why people would want it is you're getting the casing of a classic 911, but you're getting a car that will not kill you.
Right.
They're not Widowmakers.
Right.
And
Yeah.
here's the deal. So, yeah, let's... Oh, man.
Because
yes.
the
Show me those titties.
old Porsches, CTR3. I don't know what that is.
That's the cup car.
No,
Or the club car.
that's a
That's the rough club car.
no, that's a nine.
I'm telling you,
What am
that's
I looking at?
That's the rough club car with the extended wheelbase.
That is a 987
Yep.
Cayman,
And it's the rough CTR3.
and with an
club car.
extended ass.
Yep.
What? I've never even
That's $1
seen
million
that.
car.
Yeah, of course.
Damn.
That's wild.
They're so hot, dude.
That is literally that's based on a Cayman, is it
Yes,
not?
yeah,
Okay.
uh-huh.
Wow, so they gut the insides and they put new.
Well, this is
So-
different. This one's totally different.
This
This one
is-
they've rebuilt the entire body of the car.
I always liked them. I always thought they were cool. Where it really piqued my interest was in order to be called a manufacturer of a vehicle, you have to go from nuts out, basically. Meaning you have to start your, what's it called? Your R&D from the ground up. So they're taking these old Porsches and stripping them down to the frame and starting from the ground up so they can be called manufacturers, not tuners. So rough is a manufacturer.
Interesting.
You don't call it a Porsche rough. It's just a rough.
Yeah.
That's it.
Can we?
Wow.
I want to clarify something. Is it roof or rough?
I say rough because like Omega, it's
Gotcha.
probably roof.
I don't know.
I think it's roof.
I've heard people say roof.
Yeah.
But not like
Trendy.
it matters.
Yeah.
That
Cool.
would be like like your fucking fake Rolex
Mm-hmm.
bullshit friends. That would be like people saying like if somebody says Porsche, being like excuse me, it's Porsche.
Yeah. It's like Nike and Nike.
Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Who
I
gives
hate
a
that
shit?
shit.
No, I don't
Like,
give a shit.
is the correct
Nobody
pronunciation Porsche? Yeah, but am I gonna fucking like look at anybody sideways for saying Porsche? Like,
Yeah,
fuck
as an
you.
old man,
It's so
older than everybody here,
stupid.
I can tell you right now, the people that correct you on how to say things,
Yeah.
usually aren't going to be in your life much longer.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So
No.
speaking of egos, I wanted to touch on. Thank you. See, he's learning.
He's learning
He's learning.
the bird blowing. Yeah, the
He's learned.
how to be
Good man.
considerate. Yeah, that's it.
Yes,
Wow.
exactly.
Thank you.
What were you going to say?
What were you
He
gonna-
likes us. So,
Ego death.
speaking of egos, I wasn't quite slow your roll.
Amram,
I just
Amram's
wanted to
like,
talk about psychedelics with Vinny.
Yeah.
Can we talk about psychedelics?
Yes, do you have any?
Not,
You
sorry,
have
not
it.
with
I
me.
missed
Yeah,
the
yeah.
question.
Yes, I heard a thing happened.
Yes.
Can we talk about that?
Yep. So a while ago, I was at my wit's end with anxiety, depression,
which would shock anybody. By
Yes,
the way,
it's
I
the
mean,
true-
especially like
It would shock you until like it's like it is literally the generic Jim Carrey, Jim Belushi, Chris Farley shit.
Right.
because
right,
for anybody
Yeah.
who's listening or watching and doesn't know, the Vinny you get on the podcast is Vinny. Like
Yeah.
that. This is not a fucking.
He doesn't
it's
switch it
not
on or
It's not a
anything, no.
persona.
No.
Like and yeah. So I think it would surprise anybody to hear. That you had been dealing or have been dealing
darkness,
with things
just
like that.
utter
Yeah.
fucking darkness. Waking up every morning and literally having to make a decision to have a good day because the cloud hanging over me was so dark. I can't tell you guys the stress of that, of waking up and feeling it come and being like, here we go again, and then having to perform. It was an act, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Because if I was dark, my clients didn't like it, my wife didn't like it, my
Right.
kids didn't like it, and so my friends certainly didn't like it. So I was never safe to be dark,
Yeah.
right? So I would do it alone, and I would do it with substances, or I would do it with just crushing depression. And so my wife caught on about a year ago, and we've been in counseling for 10 years, love this guy, but there was something missing. And then we heard about the Johns Hopkins Psychedelic Research Center. And there's some people in Colorado related to that. And my wife did all the work, which shows how much she loves me, right? Like she didn't just throw me away, which so many people get thrown away. So she reached out to this guy and I did the whole thing. I did the intake. I did the ceremony, burned sage. Like we did the whole, it's like half medical, half hippie. And I did everything. And I was all in and intentional. And I took a true hero's dose of mushrooms, which is 3.5 is considered big. I did 7.5.
I thought you said you did 6.
No, I did they said it was between 6 and 7.5.
Okay, got you.
So for my story, we'll say 7.5. Yeah, but it was basically anybody here that would do that much, you guys would be fucking on the moon.
Yeah.
And so I went through it. I went into it thinking that I had this depression problem, and I went into it thinking I had these addiction issues, and I went into it thinking I had all these, and it showed me what really was going on. And I'm telling you guys, it's been 6-7 weeks now. I don't know the exact date, but I have not said a crossword to my kids or wife. I am flourishing at work. I wake up ready to go. The anxiety, don't even know what that feels like anymore.
Yeah.
Can't tell you what anxiety is because I don't fucking feel it anymore.
Yeah.
And it's been truly like life-changing. And I'm actually looking into become a certified psychedelic trip guide.
Yeah.
It's an accredited thing through a psychiatry association that deals with psychedelics. And I'm all in. And my next
hell
business is literally I'm
Yeah.
going to go buy land, build yurts, and save former athletes and people that are hurting.
Dude.
Well,
Fuck
wait. Expand upon that a little bit because I think would you say that some of what you have dealt with comes from injuries through athletics and things like that?
I think it's easy to say that, right? I fought, I 7 fights in 13 months. I champion wrestler and played 17 years of full contact football.
Yeah.
So yeah, there has to be some brain shit, right? And if that's where the darkness comes from, cool, whatever. I don't really try to blame it on anything anymore. I just want to heal, right? And this shit's healed me, and I've done it a couple times since, and every time I do it, I feel better and more clear and more purposeful and sharper. And what's crazy is I have all these teammates. I've lost 6 teammates to overdoses or suicide since 2007.
wow.
All under the age of 38.
Yeah.
Some of them worth 150 million playing in the league, drink themselves to death in a hotel room, all the way down to were homeless 3 years after college ball and got run over because they were passed out in a gutter. All the above. So if it did this for me, what can it do for my brothers, right? So I'm going to buy the land, build the yurts, start the organizations. I'm plugged in with really good dudes here, and it's like I'm all fucking in.
Dude.
So I'm glad that you brought that up because so I also recently discovered psilocybin, and so dude, that shit is life changing.
Life-changing.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I've been microdosing every third day, dude, and it just helps with just your perspective on life.
It creates empathy in it. So with the brain
Undeniably, yeah.
the Johns Hopkins guy that I talked to, when I told him my experience, the visuals I saw,
Never gonna get past this one.
People listening are going to be so confused. They're going to be like, what the fuck just happened?
So when I told the visual I saw, what it showed to me.
Oh my God. Holy
Sorry,
shit.
all right, I'll stop. So he basically said to me that when the football players and the fighters that he deals with, it always hits us differently. And so he could see how it was so profound to me. And now it's like, why would I keep this a secret? Why would I be ashamed of it? I want to go tell all my brothers about it. I want to stop losing my fucking teammates to overdoses and suicide. And I want to start saving lives. Yeah. Man, I've been the pallbearer in 2 of my teammates' funerals. Like, dude, that's awful.
Messed up.
6 dudes. Dude, the dude that died in the hotel room, 11-year career in the NFL, worth countless millions, 3 beautiful children, and drank himself to death in a hotel room. Like, we can stop this. So that's what I'm all about now.
Yeah.
And so that it will happen. It's coming. I'm just going to be smart about it. I'm not just going to go buy land, build yurts, and then get popped by the fucking DEA or some shit. Sure. So in November, it gets decriminalized, and we'll go from there.
Right.
That's the plan.
Right. On a state level?
I think it's a state level.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe so.
It's in Denver decriminalized, but I think it's state level.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I was about to say what are the Colorado laws for psilocybin, but yeah.
But
I just no, I know you have input on this.
well, yeah, I just want. I did
see.
want to just say basically just echo the same exact thing that you guys are saying too. It's just I had some experiences with like mild up to like 1.8 grams or whatever, like in the past, like 3 or 4 years ago or something like that. And but at that point in my life, like I wasn't really feeling quite as horrible as this year has been, mental, emotionally for my psyche. And like, I mean, everybody's experience of life and how things are with what they call their version of depression and anxiety and whatever is different. But like this year has been the darkest, hardest, craziest,
I hear that.
most ridiculous thing in my head that I've ever experienced in my life. So
And not having a partner to share.
and that, exactly. That makes a huge fucking
Of course
difference.
it does.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, so really fucking hard. But then, so literally like 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. So like I've had some mushrooms just like kicking around for a little while. One of my friends, I was at his house and he was just like, let me just give you a jar. And he gave me like 8 grams of it or whatever. He told me to take it all, but I was like, I don't want to blow myself to the moon right now because I was in a pretty nasty place. So I was like, I was scared of a bad trip and I didn't want to do it. I just started microdosing. And it was literally within a week. I was like, I feel like my brain is starting to feel like my brain
medicine.
again.
Dude, isn't that
it's
stuff
absolutely
crazy?
fucking medicine. It's
medicine.
insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
When I sat down in the yurt and the gentleman brought out the stuff, he was calling it medicine. And you got to picture this, right? Like I'm sitting there rocking a fucking Panerai, pulled up in a fucking Beamer. Like, what the fuck, dude? Stop calling your drugs mushrooms. I'm here because my wife set this up, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
And he looked at it and he's holding it and he's burning sage and he's like, say something thankful to the earth about our medicine before we take it. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Right.
And then he literally held it up and he said, this is humanity's last hope. And that's when I was like, I'm fucking leaving.
Sure. Yeah. Dude.
I'm not here.
Yeah.
And I was like, my wife set it up. So, and then when I went through the whole transformation, it truly is
Yeah.
humanity's last hope for guys like me.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, like I was headed down not a destructive path. I don't think I was ever going to be the OD or suicide guy. It was just going to slowly erode who I was until none of you recognized me.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Exactly.
this shit saved my fucking life.
And now I wanted to touch on something that I think there's some misconceptions about with some people who have never tried it before or maybe just
Massive.
aren't super into it. So one of the misconceptions is that when you go into whatever the space is mentally, whether it's on like a smaller dose or a really, really large one, they'll be like, okay, so you talked to some fucking dwarves out in space or something, and they gave you some sort of tangible evidence about how to fix your life. And it's like, that's not it.
That's not it.
It's a ethereal, ineffable thing that like you feel.
What he said.
You feel more connected with who you are.
It shows you who you are
Yeah.
very quickly. And it showed me my rage issues and it showed me my depression. And I realized, holy shit, I'm not as nice as I think I am. And I take it out on my wife and kids. And that was so fucking humbling, man.
Dude, yes, dude, it is. It really does
great.
show you a lot about yourself. And like, and I was glad that I found out about psilocybin just through my friends. The first time I ever took psilocybin, you know, they baked into chocolate, and we were camping in kind of upstate New York, and I ate it, and then they're like, "Are you feeling it?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know." And then we were sitting around a campfire, and they were making like a camper's Thanksgiving meal, which is like canned corn, canned or bagged stuffing, and just like deli meat turkey, right? And so they're warming this up by the fire, and then I'm just suddenly sitting there, and I'm just like, I am so thankful for you. Like, you're making me
It
a
literally
meal.
creates that.
Yeah.
That sense of empathy.
Right.
Mhm.
And
Gratitude.
so much gratitude, so much empathy. And I was
Yeah.
just like, you're making me a meal so I can sustain myself another day. And here we are sharing this space together outside in this wonderful forest.
So that's
You know?
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah,
nice.
dude.
What you guys are talking about is the nice part, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
And this was like a microdose that
Yep.
I had. Yeah.
When you go to the Heroes Dose and there's principles to it, and I don't subscribe to all the principles, but it's cover your eyes, cover your ears, cocoon, blackness.
Yeah.
That's when you really have to face yourself. So I had to do that to come out on the other side who I am today.
Yeah.
I've done the 3-gram trip with music and allowing my eyes to be open, and I find it to be fun. And I wrote some letters to some people that I meant to write letters to. One of my buddies has ALS, and
Oh, shit.
yep, and he's actually going to come on a trip. But
Wow.
I find the work for me, this is just my experience.
Yeah.
I like the macro dose, cocooned, eyes closed, ears shut, and go face yourself.
Yeah.
That works for me.
Yeah.
I'm worried the microdose or the recreational doses would become a crutch. And I like that it scares the shit out of me, and I kind of want to keep it that way.
Dude, when you do
get
get the certification for the thing, like, let me know. Like,
I'm excited, yeah.
Well,
Consider me your first client to go
Yeah.
down for the macro dose.
Yep.
You know?
let's talk about that on the podcast when that actually happens.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah. Oh,
dude.
dude.
I can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Because I'm
so glad
reaching
you're
out to
doing
teammates, right? Like begging them to come trip and like face their shit. And because I got teammates reaching out left and right saying like, man, he said you've never been better. You guys have never been better. Like, what's your fucking secret? And it's like, right now I'm just a dude telling my teammates to do drugs with me.
that. Sure. Yeah.
Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, come in my basement. I have a really cool sound system.
Well, but again, it's not. I mean, well, what's crazy is that we
I have a
just
scale.
normally use the word drug to describe that, right? Isn't
No,
that
it's
insane?
medicine, man.
It's insane.
yeah, it is
right. We're
medicine.
like, we
It's
call it
truly
a drug
medicine.
just because the government has called it a drug.
It's
or
medicine,
classified as- It's
dude.
not.
God, so
it's not. It's
stupid.
just a fucking plant.
Yeah.
And like, it's a good fucking thing for a lot of people.
By
I
the
s-
way, read a really cool article that my wife sent me. There are no such things as a bad trip. And that if you are experiencing paranoia and any type of fear, you should lean into it.
yes,
And you will come
Yes.
out better on the other side for the
Yep.
actual therapeutic reasons.
That's it.
I found that fascinating. And again, that was from John Hopkins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when people started experiencing paranoia and fear, we told them to lean into it. Go into it.
Yeah.
Be terrified. Scare yourself. So one of my last trips, I thought somebody was coming in the room. I started to feel paranoid, and I literally told myself, let's go crazy. Let's fucking be paranoid. Let's see what this feels like. And it was unbelievable what I saw.
Yeah.
The level of vulnerability that came out in my brain and the shit I saw that I need to work on and the people I met, it was fucking crazy. But again, if you've never done it, it's hard to explain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can't,
Dude, you can't.
And I
explain.
haven't, like I said, I haven't done anywhere near the doses that you've done. But like,
Yeah.
even just a little bit, like it still gives you that
Sure
on,
does.
on a smaller scale.
100%.
And yeah, even just the microdosing for like the week that I did recently has helped me so fucking much.
Yep.
It's
like
amazing.
I've
Yeah.
started to feel like myself again.
It's the dosing is, and this is not drawing a parallel because alcohol is literally poison. This is a fucking plant.
Yep.
But it's like alcohol in the sense of you know what you feel like on 2 beers, you know what you feel like on 4, you know what you feel like on 10, on 20 you're puking, need to go home.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that with mushrooms where you can feel the effects and feel the love and the empathy gets turned on without disassociating from reality. But another big myth about the Heroes Dose is they think that like what my wife especially, she's like, so what was it like? Here's the deal. The minute I lift my eye shade and open my eyes, I was out. I was out of that realm. I could walk around, go piss, talk to people coherently, and the minute I closed up, went back in, transported. That's what's wild.
See, this is the part that kind of surprises me. I think Charles mentioned this to me when we were talking about it, and I was like, I haven't done a dose high enough to really know whether that's like how I would experience it. I feel like if especially you're doing like 6-7 grams, wouldn't you be seeing some like colors and like doing like not be able to function
It's the
completely
movie
normally?
Annihilation.
Yeah.
Have you seen Annihilation with the blur?
No.
Not.
Can you pull up Annihilation?
I know what you're talking about.
It's the shimmer. So you see a shimmer,
Okay.
but you have to give yourself permission to see the visuals. So when I would walk outside of the yurt to go piss, I would tell myself, we're in the moment, we're pissing, you do not have permission to trip right now.
Phenomena.
And I wouldn't trip.
Wow.
And then when I decided to look at the tree and say, all right, let's go, that
I need to
fucking
know what's
thing
inside.
literally started spinning. In
Whoa,
Decides
like that.
to
Yeah, that's what
volunteer
it
on
looks
the
like
next
when you're
mission.
you decide. Yeah,
As
that's a
we
perfect
go
example.
in, we
Rainbow
start
colors and
discovering that
blurriness.
things are just sort of
So that's
traditional.
you give yourself permission.
Interesting.
Maybe that's my experience with drugs and alcohol as somebody that's used a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
That I can tell myself that, and I can
Yeah.
see how somebody wouldn't be able to disassociate and tell themselves that.
Yeah.
But as a general principle, you just don't give yourself permission to trip, and you're out. You're
Yeah,
out.
right. Well, so
Interesting.
So in so I had some psilocybin and I wanted to microdose, so I put it in a blender, blended it up, put it into pills that were like 0.3, 0.5, right? Then within the blender there was remnants of just psilocybin dust, so I put water in it, then just put it in a cup and just drank it. I didn't know
Yeah.
how much it
That must
was.
have been beautiful.
Yeah, but it was more than just a normal microdose, and so I drank it, and I was like, oh man, this is when I should go to like the mountains and drive. But I'm like, oh wait, as I'm driving, I'm like, I'm kind of feeling it.
Yeah, you don't wanna drive on it.
Yeah, so I was
That's
like,
for
all
sure.
right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna drive back home.
Yep,
Then
yeah, smart.
I drove back home, and then in that sense, I was like, what does my body like? What does it tell me to do? It's like sit on the couch and just lay there and just see what happens. And so I sat there and I saw what happens. And the first thing that I noticed was just the sensation of touch of like my bare like calf muscle against the couch and just going against like this was just like, oh
Yeah, I rub my
this-
feet together when I do it.
Right.
My feet just constantly rubbing together.
Right, and I was like, "Whoa, this is like touch," and I'm like, like your brain gets reprogrammed and all of this.
It's amazing.
And then like when I close my eyes, I feel like there are like kind of like. It sounds so corny if I say fractal spirals, but in a way, like yes,
That's what it
shimmery-
is.
Yeah,
Like, look at Alan Gray's work. Like,
Right.
That's what it is.
exactly. But then when I open up my eyes, like yeah, I can be like, oh, I'm out. I gotta go pee.
Snap right the fuck out.
You know, and
Go
then
find your toilet.
and then I go back to the couch and I close my eyes. I'm like, oh, here I am. I'm back again.
The level of creativity and shit that I've been seeing in my last couple trips of for work especially
Yeah.
is unbelievable. The ideas that come from it. To not because I don't go into this like let's just be high and feel good. I go into it like let's go discover, and it's wild what you see.
Yeah.
It's like cheating. It's like fucking cheating. Like I can't believe at 38 years old I finally found this shit.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Now again, it's not. You don't do it weekly. You don't do a macro dose monthly. Like it's just something for a tool when you need to reset.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I feel like compared to actual drugs of any kind or alcohol or whatever, rather than taking your person and like altering it or changing or adding, trying to add something or whatever, it just gives you what's already there.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where the
100%.
myth of the
Yeah.
ego death comes from with psilocybin especially. Is everybody thinks do a bunch of mushrooms and your ego's going to die. If you are a humble person, it might die. If you are not a humble person, it might double down on what you believe you are. You start getting that godlike tendency and you're seeing visions and you think that you are what you think you are. And that can be equally as dangerous with psilocybin especially.
Can I jump in here for a second?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
this is fascinating, and I want to kind of go to a place where if there are people like me who don't have any point of reference for this,
Totally. Good-
understanding
Great point.
understanding of course that many of the things that I ask,
Yep.
you might be your answer might be I can't explain it, which I understand that that's the answer, but I'm still going to ask the
No, I
question.
love that you're
anyways.
being
Yeah, you
vulnerable.
should.
and
So
asking this.
so
Yeah, you
here's the thing.
Shoot.
So for anybody who doesn't know, for my entire life, like I don't know what alcohol tastes like. Like I've never drank anything, like not even once. I've never smoked anything.
You've never had
never done-
any mind-altering substances, and
that's
you're not a
exactly.
recovering addict.
Yeah.
Right,
Which
exactly.
is very unique.
Very.
I
You're a gold-
guess
I call
maybe,
it the
but-
gold star sober. Like the gold star lesbian that's never banged a dude. Gold star sober. You didn't have to get sober. You always were.
Yeah,
Gold
exactly.
star
Yeah.
sober.
And I
great.
mean, you know, it started, I guess when I was younger, like when I was 6 years old, my uncle was killed by a drunk driver. And so when
Jesus Christ,
when
wow.
I got to a point where I was like, around the time when people start talking about stuff like this, like in middle school and stuff like that, like 13, 14, you know, and then some of your friends start doing some stuff and you like, that was right around the time when I started to understand the gravity. Cause at 6, like, you know, something bad in your family happened, but you didn't really,
Of course.
you know, you're not really like fully understanding. And it wasn't until later.
Well, you were. The science behind it would be you were totally traumatized. You just didn't know it. You couldn't comprehend
maybe.
it.
I don't know. I don't feel like I was at that time. And I certainly wasn't to the degree of like, you know, my cousins, like his, you know, his kids. But yeah, but you know, I reached a certain point and the timing of sort of where I stepped into more of an understanding of how it impacted my family was lined up perfectly with the timing of when in middle school you and your friends would start experimenting. And I just wasn't
It's a perfect
interested.
storm for you.
I wasn't interested. I was like, I don't even want to go there. And it's not that like, you know, I chose to do this because of something that happened in my family. What it wound up being was I wasn't curious. And, you know, in the beginning, I was scared of the potential outcomes that could have happened. You know, primarily, I would always think about like I would just think about like my grandmother.
Worst case scenario.
You know, like
Yeah.
if something happened to me, like good God, I can't even imagine, right?
Yeah.
And so that kind of started it. And eventually, of course, I think I maybe grew out of that. I don't know if I'd call it fear, but like that reasoning.
And then it just was passed, right?
Because, you know, everybody in my family drinks. It's like not a, you know, it's not a taboo
And you're
thing
not,
at
by
all.
the way, for the listening audience, and you guys already know this, you're not weird about it, which is so
Oh,
rare
fuck
for
no.
people
Yeah,
who
no, I
don't
don't give a
drink.
shit.
Correct.
Right.
I'm one of those people that like I'm 100% for full federal legalization of marijuana.
But
things
you're
like
the same
psilocybin,
person,
like
whether I'm drunk next to you or sober next to you, and I really appreciate that about you.
well,
It's
yeah,
fucking unbelievable.
but I don't know any
Yeah.
different, I
Yeah.
guess. So maybe that's why. But it became a thing after I sort of grew out of that initial kind of reasoning and fear. It just became a thing where I don't know, I just wasn't interested. And then the other part of
By
it
the way,
too-
nobody ever said you should have picked up drinking.
I know, right? Yeah. No.
Yeah, no one ever said that.
But there can be an interesting stigma sometimes because for whatever reason, and I think a lot of this ends up being marketing over the course of 100+ years. But there is a camaraderie to let's get a drink.
100%.
Yes.
And
Yes.
And it's curated socially and marketing with capitalism.
yes,
And
It's a
and when
big
you,
issue.
and when you're left
glorify
out of
it.
that, you notice.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, I can
Yeah.
never have that with somebody.
I have,
because-
and this is a
Yeah,
true
right.
story, I have not had the last couple to stay connected to him because I could see not that he was being weird about it, but we were going to get to that level of inebriation where he just naturally would have been outside the circle.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't need to have these last fucking 3. I'd rather talk to him about Porsches.
yeah.
So I totally appreciate what you're saying.
Well, that is
Yeah,
also
yeah.
appreciated. Although I never want somebody to forego, you know, having a good
it
time
ain't charity,
on my
buddy.
account,
I'd
but-
rather talk to you about Porsches
Well,
than
okay.
fucking have a
Yeah,
hangover.
yeah. There you go.
So,
Win-win.
you know, I think a second part of it was I was never interested in being less in control of my mind. I was
Right.
never interested in anything that would do something that I had no power over.
And him and I had a really interesting interaction over dinner the other night where he said that, and I countered with, your life stresses me out because you're always on. He's always
Right.
conscious. He never
Yeah.
separates from reality in any way. And he found that to be peaceful and okay. And I was like, fuck.
Well, and I can
Right, right.
understand
Yeah, you
that.
get it both ways.
I can
Yeah.
understand your point with that. I of course, don't have the perspective to really understand the experience of that. But so, you know, all of that is to say, you know, I have zero experience with anything.
Yeah.
So even if you were to say, well, you know how like when you drink, like, no, I don't. I have no clue.
Yeah, like my beer
Right?
thing, right? One beer. Yeah, I saw
Sure.
you look at me. You're like,
So-
well, I don't know. What
Okay,
fucking
so
4
but
beers
this
feels
is
like.
this is where I want to kind of dig into the questions a little bit because
It's a good podcast.
to
This is great
three
fun.
people
Great
to
fun.
3 people that have experienced some varying levels of this thing.
Yes.
I want to ask these questions that you may initially feel like you don't really have definitive answers to.
Point them to each of us so we don't talk over each other because I'm really fucking interested in this.
Okay. All right.
I'm
So,
like, I'm gonna answer.
okay.
this.
Oh, okay.
Well, one at a time.
Yes.
Okay. We got into this a little bit in the truck the other day.
Yeah.
What you said to me was, and by the way, just for people listening, this is not like I'm challenging. No. This is
Not
me
at
like
all.
trying to understand from the perspective of somebody who hasn't done it. I'm just trying to understand more.
And I say this
So-
respectfully, real quick. It's not like you are a judgmental person
No.
who doesn't drink for religious reasons
No.
and hates everybody, but still
Absolutely
goes to Vegas.
no. I don't give a shit what anybody
Mormon.
does. Like,
Yeah.
Sorry. That's right.
I
love
could
Mormons.
not care less what people do, and I support people's right to do that stuff. I'm just curious, right? So,
Yeah.
starting with kind of what we talked about, your thing that you came to me with was it's really helped you to kind of feel more like yourself again. It's helped, I think perspective is a word that gets used a lot. And my immediate reaction to that is, okay, how? How does it do? Like, what happened? What did it do?
Well, goes right back to what I was saying earlier about people's misconceptions about it. Is it's not a tangible thing.
I understand, but find a way to like, and
That's
this
tough.
is what I'm saying. This is what I'm
But,
going to do.
Yeah, this is what's interesting
Is
about
like,
it. Is
right.
Think about my answer of I don't know what anxiety feels like anymore. So use that.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus. Well, I mean, it's like,
I can clarify. I can specify.
yeah,
Did you see something?
no,
Did somebody say something to you?
This is
No.
fascinating.
Did you receive information from some source?
no,
Did you feel a specific feeling triggered by a specific thing? Like,
kind of.
okay,
There you go.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
dig
yeah,
into
yeah.
that.
That is. Yep.
Dig
This
into
is
that.
fascinating.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
that is it.
yeah. I mean, that's really that hits on it. That's really what it is. Is that
What was the feeling?
Well, I mean, the feelings that you get are like boundless. While you're actually.
But for your experience, I mean.
Well, I mean, my experiences mostly have just been like, I mean, openness is one word.
And to be clear, it's not euphoric like a MDMA or Molly feeling, which people try to ecstasy, right? Ecstasy. I feel ecstasy. That's not psilocybin.
Right.
No,
right.
it's
You
not.
like Amron was saying earlier.
define
gratitude is a
what
big
does
thing.
openness mean? What does that mean? Like, what are you feeling? In
Openness
that
is like, well, I mean, openness, I guess, is parallel with connectedness. I guess what I'm trying to say. You feel connected to who you are, what everything is in the universe around you.
You literally
Yeah.
lose all of your stereotypes in a millisecond.
What does
Yeah.
that
You
mean?
Yes.
It means that people that I thought I hated, people that I have disagreements with, if I thought about them during a trip, it was complete and utter forgiveness, asking for forgiveness, accepting them as who they are, hoping they accept me, and if they don't, I'm okay with it. It's wild.
100%. That's exactly
Yeah.
It
what it is.
frees you.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
Yeah,
Back to so you start feeling this thing.
Mm-hmm.
From what? Where was the trigger? Like what thought made you go, maybe I shouldn't think
Good
that
question.
way?
Well, I mean, you're thinking all the time, right?
Yes.
I mean, your thoughts just pop up like nothing. It just goes boop, boop.
Okay.
And
So it's like all of a sudden you just start feeling this thing that like you weren't feeling
well,
5 minutes
you're
ago.
again perspective
Yes.
on your thoughts. When you're thinking about your own thoughts and you're seeing them, changes. The way that you view the thoughts that you're having is changing, right? So you're not gonna okay. So like for example, like me recently in this year when things have been really hard, I would get a feeling like say I'm home alone in my apartment or whatever, no distractions. I'd get a feeling that I'm starting to sink into that nasty, negative, like really negative place where I'm just like, oh fuck, like what could, everything's going to go wrong kind of a thing, right? Like you think like everything's going sideways. Like I have so many things to be worried about. And that, I mean, even anxiety and depression is a hard thing to really pinpoint verbally, right? But I would be starting to go to that place. And when I wasn't like, before I was trying to do some of the psilocybin stuff, you would be like gripping so fucking hard to get out of it. Yes. You're like grabbing at whatever you can and trying to shake it off,
You
or you
think
have
you
to
can
go for
outwork
a
it.
run. You think you can, and you're
but
doing
you can't.
this.
That's the devil's
Yeah.
trick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
and
think you
but
can outwork it.
You think you can, but you can't.
No.
And then you're fucked. And so, but instead of say that a similar feeling pops up or a thought pops up about like, oh, the future of this thing in my life, or like, you know, this relationship with this person that stresses me out, or like this talk I haven't had, or whatever. If those thoughts pop up when maybe while you're tripping, or even in the next few days after I've had a little bit,
Yeah, it comes to you later too.
Yeah. Like, well, I'm just saying, like, the effects of it are positive, as you're saying, like for a long time after you've had it.
They hit you.
So, and then those thoughts come up, but they don't affect you the same way.
No.
It's like the thought goes bing, and then you're like,
Your
oh,
reaction-
but
You
it's
can
okay.
look at it clearly.
Yeah,
Do you-
your
is
reaction
it-
to it is different.
Is it
Yes.
is it because you remember how you looked at it in that
No,
moment?
No.
It's a physical, actual. So the way psilocybin works is it goes to your brain and turns off fight or flight. Literally, turns off fight or flight. So you don't have the same reaction to a negative or positive.
So don't get
feeling.
your house robbed while you're on a trip.
No, it's true that there's some truth to that.
You're like, here you go.
I've had some buddies talk about doing a hero's dose in the woods alone,
Mm-hmm.
and there was trouble afoot. They were like, I couldn't do shit about it.
Jesus.
Jeez.
So, and that's why you always have a trip sitter or a guide. Be in a safe place. Don't do that shit alone.
Right.
But lower doses, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
But it literally physically, the medicine turns off fight or flight. That's what he's talking about. So his response to these relationships and feelings, he can see it clearly which is ironic to say, no emotion, because it's all emotional.
Well,
So-
and I wouldn't even say just clearly, but it's also more positively.
100%.
Like
You
positivity
spin
is a
it.
huge
Let me
thing.
ask though. It sounds a little bit like it would be almost viewing your situation from the perspective of an outsider.
100%.
Absolutely.
Nailed it.
Quite.
That's
Yes,
it.
yes,
So,
yes.
like-
That's my
'cause, like,
experience.
Yes.
It's obviously like when Jake,
Objective view.
if Jake and I talk about stuff and Jake's dealing with whatever he's dealing with at any given moment, or you're dealing
My
with whatever,
sister-in-law. Yeah.
like, and it's very easy for me to look at Jake's situation and go, dude, you know, it's
Just do
it's
this,
all
do
good.
that,
Like, you know,
yeah.
just
Yeah.
feel this way, blah
Yeah.
blah blah. You know, you can do stuff,
Yeah.
and like sometimes that's helpful, and like hopefully sometimes it's helpful.
Oh, of course it is.
But for me, it's very easy for me to see that because I'm just like, well, I'm not in your head. Like, I don't feel those things. I don't feel, you know, and yeah.
The
And so like,
attachments,
yeah, I guess. So you're
Yes.
saying it's similar to that. It's just like
Right.
becoming more of a observant of your own
Exactly.
scenarios.
Yeah.
and
You're
thoughts.
not really invested in his life.
Gotcha.
You got your own life.
So it's kind of like
it kinda
taking
just
away
takes
the
you and goes,
investment in your own opinions about your own
Have
situation.
you ever heard the
bit.
song Overthinker by Enzo?
No.
It starts out by saying, a person who thinks too much is lost. And it sets like the whole tone. The guy goes through a full diatribe about if you're always thinking, you're not living. It's a wild thing, but that mushrooms to me help me see that I don't have to not only overthink things, you can simply feel them.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
dude.
there you go. That's it.
And
can
there's
understand
sometimes
that,
where I
yeah.
go completely blank in my head when I'm tripping, and all I know is that feels good or that feels bad, and it is what it is, and I don't need to put a word to it.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
No
So-
labels. No
Yeah.
So-
labels.
Exactly.
Moving on.
Sure, yeah.
wait.
Let him be the...
What
Because I got to go soon.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I got a lesson at 2.
do you
Oh,
have specific input here that you want to?
Well, ask me next.
Talk to me.
Talk to me, Charles.
Ask me first.
Okay.
Okay,
Ask
so
before you put it in.
oh my god. Okay, so then, all right. So you're in the woods,
Yeah.
and you consumed this how?
So my friends put they somehow infused
Which
the
means you don't know your dose, which is another.
correct, yeah.
Don't fucking do that
They
shit.
they
Yeah.
somehow infused the mushrooms into chocolate.
Okay,
And then I ate
gotcha. Okay, so what? So you're sitting there, and then what happens?
So I'm sitting there and like I ate it, and we're already preparing this food and this stuff, right? And you know, naturally, I'm paranoid because that was my first time ever taking mushrooms. The only thing.
So
that
you
I-
knew you were doing it,
correct.
and you were probably a little nervous.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the only thing that I've ever done before in my life was either alcohol or weed.
Right.
Right. And so I'm just sitting there. I'm just like, oh, it's waiting, you know, and I'm just remembering the memories of weed.
I was gonna say, were you expecting like
Correct.
waiting for it to do a similar thing?
Correct.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, is my heart gonna race? Is
Right.
because that happens to me.
Okay.
You know, and like heart didn't race, and like they're saying like, yeah, the dose that you have is not a lot. It's like you may not even feel it. And so like I was like, okay, you know. So I'm sitting there and I'm just waiting, and as I'm waiting, you know, I'm staring at everyone making the food, and then I think I made like one bodily movement, or like I looked at another piece of food or whatever they were doing, and then the thoughts of like, oh, what are they doing? Oh, they are cooking food. Oh, for what purpose? And then that spirals into, you know, how thoughts always spiral into other thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, they're cooking food for me, but they don't have to. And they're just doing this out of the love for their hearts. And then that became everything else, you know. So that's that.
So you didn't like there wasn't like a. For example, I had my nose like blown clear across my face.
Yeah.
And I had to get reconstructive surgery.
Yeah.
And they gave me like hydrocodone.
Uh-huh.
And that was the only
are
thing
fun.
that was the only thing I've ever taken where it had a
Probably a
physical
fucking baby dose too.
Oh, totally. And it had like a physical, like all of a sudden I was like, whoa.
yeah,
You
were
know what I
like,
mean?
Let's chop this up and snort it and see what happens.
And so like, did you feel anything, like a physical anything?
Physical sensation.
Anything?
So
Or was it all just like thoughts?
more on the thought side.
Yes.
Any physical thing would be just like, just trying to remember.
MDMA and ecstasy, that's the big thing that people that haven't used these psychedelics, they confuse mushrooms with feeling like you're on MDMA, ecstasy, or Molly. Not the
Which
same.
would you say those are going to be closer to like narcotics? Like
Those, I wouldn't use that word. I would use that word as they're designer drugs that allow you to. It's a physical buzz.
Right.
It lifts you.
which is kind of what opioids.
To a point.
Yeah.
It's more pronounced. And
see.
if you take too much, you can black out.
Right.
But like the Molly feel is like, I'll sit here, like friends that do Molly at parties, look who's rubbing the couch. They're on fucking Molly. I mean, I'm into some really cool parties.
Yeah, right.
And as I get older, now that I know the signs, like you just go to the party, see who's drinking, see who's not, but watch who's rubbing the couch.
Well, 'cause
watch who keeps going to the bathroom because they're doing the coke. Like it's very easy to point it out. Molly is the sensual, touching, dancing.
Right.
Shrooms is it's cerebral and it's wild. It's a room you go into. You can discover anything you want to discover. You can step out at any time. You're never in danger.
Okay,
And
wait.
there's zero physical side effects. And that's from John Hopkins looking this shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's true.
Zero
So,
physical
but
side
to clarify,
effects.
and I know you have to go, but like to clarify,
Please teach your lesson in that shirt.
so you're feeling. That's
I will,
great.
I will.
So you're feeling.
Prove it by the
You're
way, later.
feeling nothing. Jeez, you're feeling nothing physically, really, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, really.
could say
like,
nothing, yeah.
yeah, pretty much. Like nothing.
Well,
nothing's
you're
physical.
hesitant to say nothing, so
because
tell me about
I'm
that.
trying to like recollect, you know.
I see.
You know, and like,
you need to trip again.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like,
I got a shit ton.
Even like, there was a day at the office where I microdosed, and I'm just like, oh yeah, this cerebral feeling. I know the mushrooms have taken effect.
The
And it
microdose
wasn't,
is like
it wasn't
speed.
a physical thing, you know.
I see.
Yeah.
Microdosing is like speed for me.
Well,
I tried
hold
to
on, wait.
microdose.
I
That's
want
interesting.
because you have to go, and I want to make sure I
yeah.
get through everything.
Sure.
That
Yeah.
Show us
So-
your feet and leave, please.
Yes.
Only feet. Okay. Yeah. What's up?
So you don't feel anything visual, anything.
When I close my eyes.
Only when you close your eyes.
Yeah. When I open my eyes, you appear as.
That's a
you
great
appear.
question.
Yeah. That's
Well, I'm gonna
misconception.
because you did the hero's dose, so we're gonna get to you in a second.
And so like only when I close my eyes, like even like okay, so I've had.
Okay, so you close your eyes and what?
So then is it see something or is it sense something or feel something? It's
all of
kind
them.
of all.
It's
It's
all of it,
everything.
It's all
But
of it.
only when you close your eyes.
Yes.
What are you sensing?
So I'm in that the strong in the strong dose. I was sensing like, wow, you really want to get deep? Okay, so I was sensing like, all right, here it is. I was sensing like some sort of like fractal, like entity or being telling me
God, baby.
Yeah,
Yep, that's all, yep.
Yeah, because okay,
Whatever that
you
is to
want to
you.
know what the money was for? You want to know what the money was for? dude.
This is
you
like
really-
this is
Inside
like
joke?
an 8 layers deep
this is
inside
8
joke
layers,
that's been running for months.
This is 8 layers deep.
It was
Okay.
for that.
Yeah, so
You bought $40,000 worth of mushrooms?
no.
Oh, sorry.
God.
No. And so
We gotta talk about that.
dude, this is definitely a conversation. But like it was trying to reprogram my bad habits with the physical relationship with myself. And the money was to re-understand myself, how I relate to intimacy and sexual activities.
So where did the mushrooms come into play with this?
So, yeah. That's what I'm talking. It's
Yeah.
8 layers
I
fucking.
get it.
Yeah, we shouldn't have started this
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
literally
yeah,
have to
yeah.
get
He's like,
it.
I'm going
Yeah.
to jack off in my car and teach a lesson.
Do not do those at the same time. Jesus Christ. And drive.
All right, kids, here's the
God.
sex
That's
one.
good.
Yeah. All right. But
Jesus.
so like the reason like for whatever reason, that's why I was sitting on the couch, and the thing that was compelling me to do was to just with my leg and just with everything, just understand how we relate to touch and how to feel physical sensations.
Okay, but
Yeah.
that doesn't answer the question.
What was the question?
You said you sensed a fractal entity.
Yeah, that it was speaking. It was telling.
Were
yeah.
you, okay, here
Not auditorily
hearing. Not
not
hearing.
not auditorily.
Okay, so
hearing.
how was it speaking?
Right? How was the message being
Yes.
transferred?
How were you receiving new information?
Correct. So it was more just like an intuitive feeling that it was telling me this.
By the way, this
Yes.
podcast is hilarious for people who have done it.
Yeah.
Hearing like me like ask these.
They're like,
and by the
No,
way,
I thought it was fascinating.
I'm fully self-aware that
It's
like these
interesting.
questions are impossible to answer. I know that,
Yeah, yeah.
but I'm just I just
No,
want to dig.
no,
I
I'm just
think
trying
it's
to dig.
so cool because it's
Yeah.
such a rare
Yes.
thing
Yes.
Yeah.
to have a gold star sober person. I'm being dead serious.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
sure.
Somebody that literally you're asking out of curiosity,
Yeah,
not
100%.
judgment,
No.
not like you don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm fucking curious.
And
Like I
I
want
think
to
that's
know.
really unique.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
So
the
it's
minute
great.
you drink and the minute you do shrooms, that shit, the questions you have, they're gone.
Oh, I-
You'll
and-
always
and-
have a
yes,
baseline.
100%, and I
so I think this
understand
is fascinating.
It's the same
Yes.
thing as like when somebody is scared. Like my mom was scared to come in my car with me.
Yep.
And I was like, trust me.
I can't believe I was just about to say it's like somebody that doesn't know what a fast car is.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
And
a-
they get in
it's
one and
a
they go,
totally
oh,
different-
fuck,
Yeah,
now I
yeah,
see
yeah,
why you
yeah,
did
yeah.
it.
It's the
Yeah.
experience
Yep.
that
It's
teaches
the-
you
and I
what it is.
100%, and I'm
Yes,
totally
yeah,
with
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I understand that. Yeah, because like I had to try to explain to her like, I know, yeah, it's going really fast and like, yeah, it's like really physical and stuff like that, but it's not scary like you think it is. Like,
No.
trust me. You know, like I.
You just summed up mushrooms, buddy. There
you go.
Right there.
That's
It's
it.
really
That's
fast
it.
and it's
All right,
really
And with that,
You gotta go.
I gotta
Amram's
go.
gotta go.
That was beautiful. You literally just defined
job.
mushrooms.
That was
Sweet.
it,
It's
guys.
really fast, but we're in
right.
control
Bye,
and
Amram.
it's safe.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay, bye, Amram.
Bye.
See you, buddy.
So,
See ya.
on to you.
Let's hang soon,
and
dude.
your
Yes.
onto your hero's dose.
I forgot these shirts have my name on the back.
Isn't
That's
that
so
amazing?
fucking ridiculous.
so great.
These are the originals. These shirts are 13 years old.
Are they? They're great. I love them.
Because the ones that I had redone for like homies to like just to laugh,
Yeah.
only have the skinny, not the tat or the back.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
These
okay.
are these are great.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do this dose.
Yeah.
You took it as a tea,
Yep.
and it was disgusting.
Awful. It was
That's-
like chugging. What I
Aren't there better
what I-
ways?
No,
Why?
there's just not.
What does that mean?
Because when you do a true heroes dose, you should be fasted
Oh, okay.
with no
so there's
coffee
nothing
or
else
water the
affecting
morning
your
of.
body.
Maybe some water, I guess.
gotcha.
And if you eat a sandwich, you just blew your fast. So you just drink the mushrooms, either lemon tech it or lime tech it, which means just squeeze a bunch of citrus in it. And the best way I found to do it is chug the shitty tea and then it's sparkling water right behind it.
How much worse is it than like Athletic Greens?
Oh, I could snort athletic greens compared to drinking this shit.
Okay, well,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
which for the record
Yeah.
isn't necessary. It's not bad.
It's weird.
It's weird. It's not
like
good.
a cucumber that's been left out in the sun.
Yeah. It's not good, but it's also not like
lovely.
offensive.
Yeah.
No, the mushrooms are offensive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's, I
Interesting.
mean, it's like eating dirt, right? I mean, it's
Well, how do
earthy.
you
Beefy is what the way I like.
Beefy.
Yeah, I had
wouldn't
some
have thought
chunks
about
that I chewed on, and it was like a beefy, earthy blah blah blah. It was gross.
How do you intake it?
Similar to the blah blah blah. How do I intake it? Well,
Like when you microdose,
I've done a couple different ways.
Yeah.
I've done the tea, but it was just with a smaller dose, so it probably wasn't nearly as offensive. And then I've done it with like peanut butter on like a cracker or something. And then
Like
obviously
you put
like
powder on the peanut butter?
it wasn't a powder. It was just like I just took it and just crushed it up
Yep.
into little bits.
Grind it
and
up,
just-
finger
Like
rip
the
it.
stuff you had
Whatever.
in the baggie.
Yep, you can rip
Yes,
it
yes,
up,
yes.
grind it up.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
But it really, I was so intentional with the hero's dose. That's
Yeah.
why I did the
Oh
fasting
yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
totally.
Yes.
I could give you a fucking stem right now, and you're gonna be fucking seeing colors.
Yeah, yeah.
So
okay,
it's-
okay.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
you take this dose
Mhm.
and you put a thing on your face and your ears, right?
Yep.
And you go into a cocoon.
What was weird
What
was
next?
when I drank it, he was like, it should hit you in 30 to 40 minutes, and you'll start to feel sleepy. So I started to feel sleepy, and I was like, okay, it's coming. Because I have history with drug use, like I know what drugs feel like. So I was like, okay, it's coming. Then I got crippling anxiety for 2 minutes. And every trip I've had, I get the same anxiety before it kicks in. And it's wild. It elicits this thing in my head where I'm like, I'm getting sleepy, it's coming. Oh no, I don't know if I want to do this. Poof. And then you're in. And you're fucking completely in. And
When that happens, what's happening? What do you mean you're in? Like what does that mean?
The way it showed itself to me, I hope this isn't boring for you guys.
No.
The way it showed itself to me was all of a sudden there was a dragon flying around. And I was eyes closed.
Your eyes closed.
Yep. And we're talking like
and you're visually seeing
a
this.
Japanese like art
Are
deco
you-
fucking
okay,
dragon.
okay, wait.
Clear as day with my eyes
I'm
closed.
gonna ask questions about like literally everything you say. So sorry in advance, but
Yeah.
So you're seeing this dragon. Are you in an environment?
I was just standing there
Where?
in blackness.
Blackness.
Watching a dragon
Okay.
fly overhead.
Yes.
And it just started torching everything around me.
What was around you?
Nothing. It was blackness, but these flames were coming out, and they were green and red
Could you
and blue.
feel the heat?
No.
No.
And
You're
it
just
was,
seeing.
and I didn't know what this dragon meant, and
And it's not an abstract like represent where your
this
mind.
was crystal clear for me.
Where your
'cause
mind.
I'm on a shitload of
Okay,
mushrooms.
so like it's not the type of thing where it's like your mind knows it's a dragon, but it's not what it actually looks like. This you're saying it was
it was a
literally
fucking dragon. I could draw it for
that you were seeing.
Yep, I could
with
draw
your
the
eyes.
cartoonish dragon for you.
Okay.
And so I panicked and was like, I need to see my wife's face. Like, just show me my wife. I got she's my sense. Like, she's my center. Show me my wife. And literally, this voice came over me, and you could put me in a polygraph. This voice came over and says, "You don't get to see her face until you deal with your rage."
Okay.
Wow.
Wait. You heard that?
Yes.
With your
It
ears.
was said to me.
With your ears.
In my head, it was said to me.
Yeah. In the same way that I can stop talking and I can keep talking in my head.
Yes.
Yes.
I see.
It was literally
so
said
was
to
it
me.
your own voice?
No.
So it was something else.
Yes. But again, hero's dose, recreational dose,
Yeah.
way fucking
Okay.
different.
Okay.
Yep.
And so I had.
And it said that word for word.
Yep.
So that's not
you
like
don't
a.
get to see your wife's face until you deal with your rage.
and I'm just trying to be super clear here, especially if anybody listening is curious about this. When that said that, it wasn't this feeling of now knowing that. It was literally a piece of information being delivered to you. in your own
Delivered
head.
to me during the trip.
Okay.
And I immediately sobbed so hard. I was screaming and crying. I felt like my stomach was going to come out of my nose. I was completely soaked in tears, screaming my wife's name, just so fucking panicked and at the rock bottom. And as soon as I was like, okay, I might have a rage problem, boom, cleared up. And it went to literally clouds and everything was clear. But then I got back into like, okay, now I can control it. And the minute I thought I can control it, literally a beehive came. And it was all bees. And I was seeing bees clear as day. And it was bees stinging the blackness around me. And literally the voice came back and was like, you're not admitting you have a problem with rage. And it was profound. And the minute I made peace with it, I'll save you the other 3 hours of the trip, it cleared the sky.
You said you were in blackness.
Yep. It was in total blackness. It cleared the sky to a blue light. It told me to start writing things down. So I pulled my journal out and I start writing letters to my wife, to my
This
kids.
is while you're on the.
Yep. And
So are you no longer in?
I took
you
the eye shade
things
off and I just start writing.
Okay.
And it's unbelievable how beautiful I wrote, by the way. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like I'm a bit of an artist, but it's like I'm writing names and words, and it literally looks like tattoo artist shit. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I just basically wrote these letters to everybody apologizing, and then when I woke up, I was.
What do you mean? Well,
free
hold
of
on,
it.
wait. When you woke up, what does
When I
that mean?
came out of the transcendent experience.
Okay.
So you can come out of it and go piss. You can come out of it and talk to Dell, the guy that helped me out. But when I was finally no longer under the influence of the mushrooms,
I see.
It
Which
was
is how
this, For me, it was 3.5 hours, but I'm a monster.
On that
Yeah.
much?
Yeah, and I'm a monster. That
So when
should
you
have been
do
a
a
6-hour trip.
smaller, like if
What?
you do a
Yeah.
super small, I mean, how long does that even last?
Well, if you do a super small, you don't even really conceive it as a trip. It's not like a trip,
right,
really. But
right,
like,
but the effects, I guess.
Hour, two.
yeah.
Okay,
couple
I
hours.
got you.
This should have been a 6-hour trip.
Yeah, I
but
got
I'm
you.
a fucking monster with past drug use, so it was like 3.5 hours.
Gotcha.
When I came out of it, when I was finally no other side effects, no shimmer, as we talked about, it was the most peaceful I've ever been in my life. And I was just sitting there, soaked in tears, and my shirt was wet, the pillow was wet, the headphones were wet,
Yeah.
my journal had tears in it, and I was just like, holy shit. I have been pouring shit on my kids and wife for years, not admitting that I have a rage issue. And so, and like I said, 6, 7 weeks, 8 weeks now, like you talked to Mandy, we've never been better.
So that must go back to, because you said openness. And,
Yeah.
And I would assume that what you're kind of talking about with kind of having that realization and is a little more of that like openness to admit that, or openness to look at that from more of an outside
Brother,
perspective.
I went in
Yeah.
there thinking it was depression and addiction. And it
was rage.
literally
Right.
told me, no, you fucking idiot. You have a rage issue that you're not dealing with. Blame all the trauma you want. Blame the booze. Blame the coke. You're an asshole. Everybody thinks you're nice outside of your house, and in your house, everybody's terrified of you. And I was mortified because I was like, if assholes up here, nice guys here, we're all somewhere in the middle. And I was flabbergasted that it showed me. I didn't go looking for it, guys. It showed me on a hero's dose. That's why I truly believe, like, it's proof of God. It is medicine. It is humanity's last hope. It literally changed my fucking life.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, also, like, I saw this ad the other day that was like, it was just like on a YouTube video or something, and that was talking about psilocybin use for former soldiers.
Yep.
And it's like stuff like that should be happening.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Absolutely
That's
should
the
be
whole
happening.
goal of my next business venture is
Yep.
to build the yurts, pack it with guides,
Yep.
find a way to bill insurance for it so that people don't have to come out of pocket. And I'm not looking to make money on this, dude. I fucking sell houses. I'm looking to fucking self-sustain, pay the taxes on the property, and help people. That's what I want to do. Everybody loves to come on a microphone and say, if you're hurting, talk to somebody. Okay, talk out your ass. You got any fucking thing to fix it? Like the guy that's got a gun in his mouth, he's done a lot of talking, I'm sure. Have you offered him anything besides Lexapro?
Yeah.
That's my whole thing.
And that's,
Fucking, ugh.
that opens up the bigger can of worms of like, why hasn't this stuff been talked about more? Which is very obvious, and it's because obviously the pharmaceutical industry and
They make money.
the government and
Yep.
everything, but making money and
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's the monetization of anxiety and depression.
This is a fun podcast.
It's interesting, like, because when I think about, because you went in there thinking you had to deal with certain things.
Yep.
You were dealing with some things where you were like, you felt like it really helped you kind of work through that stuff. And I know that a lot of people will use it for things like that. What would you say is like the argument for a person who's maybe not dealing with maybe anything?
So you're talking about yourself.
Well,
you don't,
or anybody who's,
yeah.
because
And I don't mean to, I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine, because I guess I don't have a lot of perspective on, and I'm lucky in this sense, I suppose, but like I don't really have a lot of perspective on like anxiety. Like
My
I don't really
retort
know
would be, you don't know what you need.
yeah, totally.
Yep.
None of us do, right?
No.
You don't know what you need, and you would be the perfect, because you are healthy, you are sane, you are even keel, your baseline is level. Everybody agrees you're a chill, fun dude. You're super creative. All the experts I've talked to,
Everybody agrees with that, but
all the experts I've talked to say you're the perfect candidate to do it. that it would show you more things than it showed me. Because you're not coming from a place of pain or repair. It would show you creative things and open your heart to things you never thought possible in your own life. And this is from the dude from Johns Hopkins. He told me, he said, people that are doing great that don't need it are the ones that get the most out of it. And that blew my mind.
That's interesting.
Yep.
What is your take on that?
I wouldn't guess that.
Yep.
Really?
I would
Yeah, I
not
thought
have
it
guessed
was
that.
What would be your initial reaction?
He said the misnomer is it's a fixing thing. He's like, this is a fucking blade sharpener. People like him go into a hero's dose, and his sword goes from sharp to fucking cut paper in midair. That's how it was explained to me. Blew my mind.
Fascinating.
Yep.
I guess I believe it.
Makes sense, right?
Well, and also, I mean, well, it's kind of yeah, totally. Well, what's interesting, or a thought that I had while you were saying that was that on top of like you don't know what you don't know, it's like I don't know. It's funny because like I think used to think that like no matter who you were, there's some amount of self-deception that's happening.
Oh, we're all lying to ourselves.
Right.
100%.
That's the thing. It's like
yeah.
and
Even
then
you are, and you might not know it. We're all lying to ourselves.
Well, see, this is what's funny is that like I think that thought that you just said when you say that you don't really have like anxiety, depression issues, and all that stuff, but then I'm like, well, maybe I don't know. Maybe,
on a conscious
maybe
level,
there's
he probably
somebody that
doesn't.
Doesn't
But
know?
he probably doesn't know where it's affecting him in relationships, in work,
Yeah.
in creativity, in friendships.
Yes.
And the shrooms would show you real fucking quick where you're great, where you're not, what to fix, and how to go forward.
Where can I
No,
align?
I'm not pressing you into it. You know that.
Well,
yeah. But, yeah.
and I mean, certainly, like I can look at different areas in my life where I know I could make a lot of improvements. You know,
but you are very even keeled. That's true.
well,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know that I would be able to necessarily like go in and say how to do those things. And there are certain things in my life that I guess I would say there. Here's an interesting one. There are things that I know I should change that I can't bring myself to. You know what I mean?
yeah, of course. It's
Because
that-
maybe it would break
because
down
of
those
whether
walls.
like stubbornness or just like whatever. You know what I mean? Like there are.
Maybe those are the things that need to be addressed. You know?
I would assume that probably those things would most likely. Be
So this
the
is a
most
total
obvious
theory
things.
I've talked
Yeah.
to my wife about that I wanted to talk to you about. It goes into my whole you're always on, right? You've never had the vulnerability of a drunk night where you wake up hungover and don't really know what you did. And there's some vulnerability to that
Yeah.
that allows you, with it comes humbling, and you've never had that. Whereas I've had to reevaluate myself after a Saturday night, and with it has come growth. So I'm not saying go fucking drink. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No,
I'm saying there's a
don't. Right, yeah,
natural
don't.
there's a natural order of self-evaluation that comes with drug and alcohol use that you've never
Right.
had.
Sure.
So I can totally see how you're like,
Interesting.
I don't want to. I have walls up. I don't really know what to do with it, and it's like because you never had to. You've never had to walk hat in hand, apologize to the party, and be like, "Sorry, I peed in the couch." You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
it's a stupid example, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, and it reminded me too. I just wanted to address something that you mentioned earlier, and just ask you about it actually, because so you'd mentioned that a friend of yours had ALS and is
He
talking
does
about
right now.
or has ALS.
34 years old, advanced ALS.
Yeah.
One of my homies, man.
Can that be is there science behind that improving through psilocybin use?
No, what I was told was the only thing psilocybin can do for ALS is provide peace with the outcome and see your death, make peace with it. In my case, I truly believe I'm going to live forever, not in the physical sense. I truly believe with what I saw the first time I did it, like we don't die. Our brains go on to do other shit.
Oh yeah. Totally. Yeah.
And so I'm begging this guy to come do it with me. He's close. And he's going to do it. And we're going to, and I'm telling you, it's going to give him a semblance of peace and like begging for him to do it.
I wish that society had been more accepting of this thing in general.
Politics, baby.
Like a while ago.
Yep, war on drugs.
Well, my dad had ALS. And
I didn't know that. I think I did know that.
Yeah, he died when I was 9. So it's been a while, and I've thought about it a lot, obviously. So it's like you think about what that could have done for him.
I'm sorry, man.
Have you used?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I'm sorry.
Oh no! No, it's good to talk about it.
Has And the most you've done, you said, was 3 or
2.
1? Oh, 2. Okay.
About 2, yeah.
2 grams?
Not much.
Well, 2 grams is heavy for somebody who hasn't done shrooms.
Yeah.
If we gave him 2 grams, he'd be like, I'd be like, close your eyes and fucking breathe.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
How has it helped over the years? Like, has it shown you anything?
Have you talked to your dad? That's what I want to ask.
what? While I was like, hi.
Yeah. Have you done enough to talk to your dad?
No.
Because I did enough to talk to my grandpa, and that was fucking surreal.
And I want to
Really?
tell
Yeah.
you, I want to tell you this
That
because
would be great, actually.
I want to tell you this, and this is interesting based on some of the stuff that you've said as well.
Yeah.
Leanne was telling me, so she was listening to Don't Be Sour, which is another great podcast
Oh,
hosted
yeah,
by
yeah.
Max Tuning.
Yep.
And him and his brother, I think he had his brother on, and I'm totally speaking.
She told me about this,
This
right?
is totally hearsay because Leanne told me this, and I haven't seen the episode, but their dad died of ALS.
Oh, okay.
And the brother, I guess, had done psilocybin and said that it was interesting how he put it. And I think, Vinny, you echoed this in a way. He didn't like see his dad.
Right.
He met his dad,
Yeah.
which from your perspective, having done it, makes more sense to you. To me, I'm just like, okay,
Yep.
I kind of understand what you're saying, but I guess the point he was making was like he used it and he like met his dad.
It's
like,
not
over
like
again.
it's not conversations that you should have had before they died. It's
Maybe that's
it. Right.
It is holy shit. There he is in all his glory, and my heart is so full to see him. God, this man has shaped me. I am forever grateful. They might say something, they might not, and you're left with just a sense of like, I just want to cry and hug my family and say that he's doing just fine. That's what I got from it.
That's beautiful, man.
You need to do Hero's Dose. You're ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that interest you? Is that something that like?
Yeah. No, I've thought about it for a while.
Come
Yeah.
to the yurt.
It's just, yeah. I mean, fuck yeah, dude. I mean, well, honestly, I think it's one of those things that you're a little nervous about it, you know?
Of course.
You know, and
It should scare you.
you know, yeah, because like you know how impactful that can be.
The dude that guided me said the perfect thing. He said, I have people up here who are not intentional and they're just getting high. They're just eyes open, staring at the cobwebs, laughing, giggling, checking their phones.
Right.
Fuck those guys. That's his words, not mine, because I think there's a place for that. But he's like, but the people that come with intention, come to do the work. He's like, those are the guys where this is medicine.
I know I got problems. So
It's like the gym, right? You can go to the
figure it
gym
out.
and walk on the treadmill and check out asses all day. Totally fine. Or you can go to fucking work.
Yeah.
What are your
Yeah.
intentions
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
going to the gym?
And which one do you get more out of?
Right.
Yep. Absolutely.
So yeah.
So you said something interesting where you were like, see your death.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean?
It meant I didn't see how I died. I didn't see where I died. I just felt,
And by see, do you mean visually?
I visually saw my kids and my wife without me, and I lived long enough where everybody was okay, and it was transcendingly fucking beautiful and peaceful.
With acceptance of your death.
Yep. It was
Right.
like, I can go as long as I get them to this place, and they will miss me the right way. It won't be tragic. It'll be, we said goodbye to Dad. And that was fucking beautiful. Makes me want to live longer, be healthier and happier. Like I woke up thinking like, yeah, I got to get to that place for them,
Right.
which was a gift in itself.
Absolutely. Damn, dude.
Interesting.
By the way,
Yeah.
Hero's Dose changes on a fucking dime. Like 1 minute you're seeing the dragons and the bees, then you see your death, and then you're fucking crying.
What is is the sense of time dilated at all?
Dude, bro, like I thought it had to be 10 p.m. I started at 7 a.m. I thought it had to be 10 p.m. It was fucking 10:30 in the morning. It's warped.
Yeah.
Completely warped.
Have you had that experience?
No, not with about 2 grams. No.
Really? So
No.
what was 2 for you?
Well, I guess you stop feeling things simply as temporal as you usually would, but
Okay.
it's not to that level. No, sorry. What was your question?
What was 2 grams to you? Like, what did it do? Because you talk about microdosing and how that helps.
Sure. I mean, my
But what was
experience
2?
with that was probably. Well, I mean, you could kind of imagine it somewhere in between the microdose experience and then Vinny's experience.
Visual,
Like, I didn't have visual things. The most
at all.
okay, I had like the tiniest bit that I felt what a similar thing to what Amram was talking about, where when I laid down and I closed my eyes, I felt like I was like seeing,
It's all three, right? The visual, the
Colorful.
hearing, the see. Yeah.
yeah, a little bit of colorful floaty
Shimmer, baby.
kind of things. And
Because like when I
yeah.
close my eyes right now, like I see colorful dots like everywhere.
Well, but you're not feeling them.
Right.
You're not feeling it.
Yeah.
Like that's a different. Like when
okay.
it's like manifesting in your brain in that way, I think it's a different thing.
You need to watch
And-
How to Change Your Mind on Netflix. Mushrooms. It explains it beautifully.
Interesting.
Now, the only other emotional experience that I had on the 2 grams was I had sat down with my guitar and played like 3 notes and started crying because I thought it was so beautiful.
It's true.
And yeah, and
Like I said, I thought my artwork was fucking Da Vinci, baby. I was like, I'm drawing in rainbows, baby.
yeah.
Well, that sounds like it could be counterproductive, musically speaking.
Yeah. You like record it all and then you listen to it. You're like, this is shit.
There's a reason the Beatles did so many drugs, though, because it's not when you're on the drugs that you become creative.
It's after
the drugs.
I understand.
You
Okay,
become
I can
creative.
see that.
yeah.
I can.
I can't even imagine what
Yeah.
you'd fucking play after Heroes.
I don't
Goes.
know. I have no
Fucking
idea.
Wild as
I
shit.
have no idea.
Watch it. He would just be playing 3 or 4 notes too. He'd just be like, this is all I need.
Watch this. We're pumping him up, right? Like the Gold Star Sober guy, like even keel. He does mushrooms and comes out and is like, I am God. I'm going to play the sax and the piano at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That was
Yeah.
good shit, guys.
To be totally
Fuck
honest,
yeah.
like I'm
Yeah,
not.
dude.
You know,
Interesting conversation.
I'm
Yeah.
not.
Are you opposed to it, or would you try it?
I don't know.
That's a bright place to be.
I don't know.
Good for you.
I'm not
Yeah.
closed off to it.
Yeah, I know
you
you're
know?
not.
Right.
I can sense
I
that from
can't
you.
say I'm particularly like interested because I
Right.
still have that overarching.
I think you are interested in it.
consistency of like.
I think that's self-defense, though. I think you are more interested than you're not.
I would agree with that, but I definitely think that it's difficult for me to because there's a part of me that at this point in my life I feel like I'm on such a fucking streak.
But
Like I'm
remember,
like,
so
like,
he-
I've never done. I've never.
He said this to me at dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a great conversation, and I hit him right back with, a lot of guys do this in Wall Street, and a lot of guys do it in the high-end banking industry to see the next move.
And-
And you should have seen
yeah.
his eyes. He went,
Yeah, right. Because
shit.
that
There's truth to it.
because
It
that
sharpens
idea
the sword.
that
Yeah.
idea is definitely an interesting one, and
because
it's
you're already so fucking creative, I can't even imagine what you would fucking see.
I have no idea.
My kid was like, can you play Clear to Luna? And he's like, maybe. Rips it out. I can't imagine what that brain would
that's
be
not
like on
creativity, that's
psilocybin.
just muscle memory.
Insane.
But
Muscle
Fucking
memory in my
crazy,
balls.
dude.
Yeah.
but yeah,
yeah.
it's fascinating. It is
Conversation
very
Yes,
interesting.
Indeed.
You short on time? You gotta go.
Within the next 15.
Okay.
Cool. Sounds good.
We gotta get Tom back in here.
I know.
Is he alive?
Barely.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere.
Clinging to life in his Porsche.
Yeah.
Is that thing cool?
I'm converting everybody. That's,
Is that Porsche cool?
Yeah. I mean, if you want.
What a snobby fucking response. Did you hear that? Oh my ego.
I guess it's okay.
Oh my ego,
Well,
dude.
let me tell you. Wait. Hold on. Here's what I like.
Not
and
as
here's what I
cool as
don't.
my
That was
Porsche.
fucking fun. Edit that shit out.
Here's what I like and here's what I don't like. The current gen Panamera
Yeah.
is the first time a Panamera has ever looked good. Because the last generation had that bulbous ass end where it couldn't decide whether it wanted to be a sedan or
like
whether it
the
wanted to be
bulbous.
a wagon.
I agree with you. The new ones look better.
I heard somebody describe it as it looks like a dog squatted trying to take a shit. And like that's what it looked like. I've never liked them at all. The new gen, they fixed it. It looks really good.
Yeah.
It does look really good.
My next car is a Porsche. I'm going to get the.
Yeah.
So I'm just
Cayenne
slowly I'm
GT
converting
Turbo.
everybody. I'm trying to get Jake
Nice.
to buy a Macan.
You know I've always been in love with them. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
that,
totally.
that Cayenne Turbo GT is 218 grand.
Yeah,
Like,
that's not
fucking
it.
ridiculous.
That's not it. But
Woof.
some version of a Cayenne.
I'm
sure.
going to get a fucking Porsche. I
You
just
like
don't.
a Cayenne Turbo or something.
I really want that GT though.
Yeah, but that's a lot, dude. That's a lot.
Vinny,
We
you
looked
gotta-
up some used ones, and he's like, "I found a used one for $205,000."
Yeah.
I was like, "Dude, I already have a $2,500 a month car payment, man." I don't
Well,
fucking
so
afford
my
it.
goal is
Jesus.
I'm just slowly converting everybody to Porsche.
It's not hard to do, man.
It's not hard to do.
It's working.
Did you
It's
know
working.
it's the #1 most reliable fucking car company for like the last 19 years? If you look
Reliable.
up Edmunds and Consumer Reports, and you
Yeah.
do you look up the averages.
I know they're super reliable.
They
but
are
that is,
the most reliable.
Is that
Like,
because
number
is
one.
that because the numbers
shit.
are just lower, and so like you have fewer like because they obviously don't sell nearly as many
I
cars
like
as
to- Well, no,
Ford or
it's
I
gotta
like
be
to
like-
think it's because it's such a purposeful brand. It's so intentful.
It's gotta be a
but
proportion.
Audi and BMW have the opposite.
Yeah, my BM, which is wild. I got 46,000 miles in that Dragon out there.
Yeah.
Not a fucking problem. Not one.
Yeah, you did. You
I had
just
that check
to-
engine light, but they said nothing came about it. They were
Really?
like, that was a fucking it threw a code. We can't find shit. You're good to go.
Well, you are one of the few because BMWs are riddled with problems. Is what
Don't
I've.
say that,
That's
man.
what
I
I've
got
ever heard.
So much
That's
money in
what,
that fucking car.
That's what I've always heard. And then Audi is better, but still not. Like I've heard things are like.
I guess I don't owe that much.
Yeah.
I only owe like $126,000.
Oh yeah, only yeah.
Oh,
Right,
that's
yeah.
it's
Not bad.
yeah, next month you could pay that off. Yeah, well, you gotta come to the next. Well, maybe not the next, but whatever. Sometime
He
go to
won't-
track
he
day.
can't- come.
I'm in Baltimore for a
He's in a
wedding.
fucking wedding. Can you believe that shit? So,
It was
I
fun.
guess-
I
guess
really
this
want
is
him
fun.
to drive my car on the track.
Yeah.
Because it's
I'd be
surreal
curious.
to have. We had 4 dudes in this fucking SUV, and what's his name? Chris
Sarian.
Sarian. He drove my car with my fat ass in the front, my assistant, and one of his buddies. So 4 grown men
Yeah.
in my 6,000-pound SUV, and was clipping off like 151 fucking laps. That's wild.
wait,
Yep.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
you gotta go back and look because I don't think that's right.
I have the videos. I'll go back and look.
Yeah,
Maybe the slowest is 154. Dude.
We gotta look. We gotta look because
I'm telling you.
It was sub 2 minutes.
And he told me that he was driving the car at like 70% max because he didn't want to hurt my shit.
we gotta look at the video.
Yeah.
because and not because I want to debunk what you're saying,
Yeah.
but because I'm genuinely curious, like what he was able to do in your car.
He was telling me that my car is the perfect car for that setup to be slow through the turns.
Yeah.
And with the elevation and straightaways, it's a fucking dragon.
Right.
So you make up all your time rolling
'Cause
into
it's got
the
the power.
turns.
It has
then
the power.
And it's got the brakes.
And the brakes.
So you come
Yeah.
you come around that turn 1, he's like, you're going 138, 141, down to 20 miles an hour in
Yeah.
a fucking second.
I mean, I think that was part of your problem, right?
That was the big
brakes.
problem I had.
The brakes.
is-
That must have
and
been scary, by the way.
it was terrifying. So, for anybody listening, we're talking about I did my first track day ever, which is hilarious because I have like over 1,000 hours in a simulator, and like I've been nuts about racing and driving for years now, and this is just the first.
How did
chance
that
I-
translate for you? To totally cut you
Instant.
off? Okay. Because I've
Instant.
heard that's true.
Yeah, it's amazing. I
The
mean,
simulators are
so
real.
not only that, but I found that track, High Plains Raceway.
Yeah, that's wild.
I found it in the sim. So I downloaded a mod for it, and I was able to drive it the night before I went.
So cool.
So I knew the layout before I got there, and the layout was fucking inch for inch identical.
So
like,
cool.
Every
The
elevation
sim
change.
racing world, that's his drug, by the way.
It
He's
is.
like, I don't do drugs. I'm like, motherfucker, you strap your shit in for 6 hours a night.
Dude, every fucking thing, everything about the track was exact. I mean,
Yeah.
Cool place,
everything
right?
about elevation change, little crests over like you
Isn't
have a
Chris
corner
cool
going
too,
over
by
a
the way?
crest.
Total shout out to Sarian Racing.
Chris Sarian is awesome. Yeah,
Amazing.
He was a huge help and really helped like show because I got in the passenger seat with him. He had a C7 Corvette, and the biggest thing
Dragon,
that
dude.
stuck out to me is I was like, oh,
Brakes.
I can't stop, and. It was happening to a point where when he rode right seat with me to help me kind of like, figure some shit out.
I didn't know you did that for you. That's awesome.
Yeah, he got into my car and we went out for a session. And at one point, my foot went to the floor.
Yeah.
because I boiled my brake fluid. For anybody who
Isn't-
doesn't know, what you can do, it's called brake fade. And what happens is, if you get
Fluid
your
gets too
brakes,
hot, right?
if your brakes get too hot, your fluid has a boiling point. It has a wet boiling point and a dry boiling point. And if you hit that wet boiling point, which is usually the lower number, you'll boil the fluid inside of the brake lines and it loses its compression effectiveness. So it can't push the piston
Yep.
to squeeze the brakes on the rotor.
In other words, suicide.
Your
Yeah.
foot your
When
foot
you're
goes to
moving
the
like
floor.
130, yeah.
Dude, I put my foot to the floor and the car wasn't slowing down.
Yeah.
You want to talk about terrifying?
Yeah.
Holy shit! I mean, you're doing 120 miles an hour and the car's just like, no.
The coolest thing about Sarian was I'm doing 140. I put it in true track mode, which shuts the whole dash off.
What were you able to get to on the back straight?
Oh, so that's the story I'm going to tell. So
Okay.
with the like mod 1 turned on with M Racing, like 136.
Okay.
When I went to true track mode, like 146.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's quick.
Coming into that
I
first
couldn't-
turn.
I couldn't get my car up. We hit 120.
Yep.
That was it.
So that's what happened, right? So
but that's the difference.
I would
that's
chase
the difference between 300 horsepower and
617. Yep.
17.
617.
17.
Oh my God.
and all-wheel drive and all
Yeah,
the good
right,
shit.
right,
So and giant brakes
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Yeah.
So what was wild was we're doing like 146 down the straightaway, and he's like, "Don't brake, don't." And he's
Yeah.
so calm. Don't brake, wait, wait, go. And you go,
Yeah.
it's racing is, for those of you who have never done it, it's so different than what you think
It's so
it is,
different.
man.
And
Yeah.
even just canyon driving, like I've brought these guys like out in the canyon.
He
and I'm like,
destroyed me in the canyon, by the way.
Did he?
Oh, left my fucking pig ass in the fuck, and I know how to drive, and I was chasing him, and
With
he
half the
left
horsepower.
me. Half the horsepower, fucking left.
But
me.
that's weight.
That-
That's weight. That's all power to weight.
I almost died by that.
'cause
We're
you're-
not talking about that. Let's not. Actually, that's not what they
I look in my rearview mirror because I went around a corner and I'm like looking and I'm waiting, and here comes Vinny in the fucking opposite lane.
I skipped.
Overshot the
I
corner.
don't know if my tires are cold. I don't know. It was bad. A little oversteer. I don't know what the fuck happened. But he was like, got lucky. And I was like,
yeah, holy shit.
yeah, we're not going to tell that to my wife. Edit this out, Jake.
But yeah, and being in a car for driving, like for the purposes of driving fast, is just a totally different experience, and people have
Yeah.
no idea. Like,
I'll have
mean-
to experience actually driving one day because,
Yes.
like, riding in the passenger seat, I thought I was going to throw up.
well, so we had
Yeah,
to,
big difference to have control and
But
not have
but
Yeah.
wait, I need to qualify that because
I also had something to eat right
you
before.
would have been fine if you weren't looking at your phone.
Right.
Which
right,
wasn't
right.
your fault because he was trying to take videos. So,
I was trying
you
to
do that,
yeah, I
you
was
can't
trying
so
to
look
do
like
videos.
he would be,
Yeah.
he was on his phone doing something, and we came into the
Yeah.
braking zone at turn 1,
Ooh.
and he was just like,
Like my
and I
head's
was
just like,
yeah. And,
So my BMW helps with that. It's got active seatbelt restriction motors.
What?
So when you hit the brakes at a certain level, there's a motor inside that goes zzz and pulls you, so that you don't have the gah. You just go. It goes, zzz, and then it's a normal reaction
Yeah.
That's
without the
nuts.
guttural fucking. Ah,
That
you
car
don't
is
get
so
that.
fucking crazy. Everything
It's
about
wild.
that car is baller.
Stupid.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's so stupid.
All right, that's
I
dope.
fucking love it. That's why I pay so much for it.
Ugh.
But yeah, and so yeah, I boiled my brake fluid, got wicked brake fade, and so now I'm just gonna redo. I have new rotors. I have race brake fluid, and I'm putting track pads on it. So
yes.
hopefully next time I go, I'll be able to actually stop the fucking thing, because that was where I was losing all my time.
I want to come over and.
And do that.
I want to come over and check my pads and see what you think. Check my pads and see what you think.
Well, we can do a whole brake job
Yeah,
with the car.
I'm just interested.
But
to see
that's
what
why
you
I'm
think.
saying you got to come hang when I do mine.
Yeah,
so
I
like,
want to
you
watch
can
it.
see
Like,
how
yeah,
fucking
'cause
easy it is.
Honestly, working on my own car is like to me sounds like operating on somebody.
No.
It's
Yeah.
so easy.
To me,
but that's the same
that's what
level
it
of
sounds like to me.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna pull apart an engine. I'd like to one day. It'd be good to learn. But like things like changing your brakes or shit like
I
that,
can't even fathom it.
easy,
To me, it's like
very simple.
changing my own brakes sounds like giving myself an appendectomy.
Yes, there you go. That's good. Yeah. Well,
Good conversation, guys.
speaking of that,
Yeah,
seems
I know,
like
we
a good
gotta
place
go.
to end it. Wow.
Let's do another one.
We'll do it.
soon,
Yeah. No,
please.
definitely.
Yes.
We're gonna plan
We're gonna
one.
get to Jake shit. Jake's like, fuck you guys. I wrote all this shit.
Yeah, we
That's true.
About
We didn't-
We're not
all
done.
these drug addicts.
Vinny keeps throwing his
Damn
microphone
right.
away because he's got to go. But
I'm
we
sorry.
gotta,
Yeah, we
we gotta
gotta
end the
end.
show.
Okay, let's go.
Everybody,
Cheers.
thank you so much for listening. You can find the Odd Time Podcast everywhere you get any podcast, and you can also find it on the YouTube channel. You can see it with your eyes. That would be really helpful if you subscribe. That would be wonderful.
You'll get to
Yep.
see how
so
heavy
much.
I really am.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's fun.
We all like
And if anybody's wondering
We
why
like
I'm
it.
wearing glasses, I'm getting LASIK on Friday.
Hell
bitches.
yeah, he's so rich. He just fixes his eyes whenever he wants.
He's just like, I got a problem
Cash.
with my
No,
body.
he's like
no,
racing
I'll fix
cars.
it.
I gotta
Done.
fix these fucking eyes,
Oh
baby.
my God, no, I am not.
We know how he is.
Anyways, wow. So,
Tune in next week. We're gonna dose Charles without him knowing.
oh fuck,
Yes.
That'd
that's
be
the
awful.
one thing.
That'd be so bad.
No, yeah,
I would
that'd be horrible.
literally, yeah.
It'd be
I-
sad.
well,
It wouldn't be funny.
And
It
I've
would be
heard
sad.
about, like
It'd be
obviously
awful.
the whole situation that happened with Ari Shaffir and like what he dosed Bert, right?
Oh.
Bert Kreischer. Like
Oh,
I'm just like I can't even
yeah.
imagine the fucking the rage.
I
Like,
truly, but honestly,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
one last thing and we can
Yeah.
end it. If you decide to do it, I truly believe you should not go recreationally. Like, I don't think you should do 1 to 2 grams. I think you should do the ceremony, do the yurt, and heroes dose it because of how creative and in control of your own psyche you are. I think a recreational dose would be lost on you. I think you're on a different level.
Your take on that?
I kind of agree.
Really?
Yeah.
I
No,
was so glad I got thrown into the fire. I had never had any psychedelics in my life. And I did, first time I ever did it, heroes dose, and I'm so glad I did
Okay.
that.
Well,
Yep.
if that day comes, I will keep that.
Hell
That
yes.
will be the first thought.
Cheers,
in my
boys.
mind.
Cool. Cheers,
Cheers,
guys.
boys.
Bye.
Bye.
Beautiful.
It was so fun.
That was good.